saying that the story itself is the same.
Not the story, not the things you do inside the story, like the fact that you go hunting and come on, bro, like it's a totally different aspect.
But here's the thing, old man, like they make the best like open world games. It's like and like like from Grand Theft Auto 5, it was like, you know, like ahead of its time as far as like the tech back then, and it was like a crazy open world, a lot of density or whatever. From then to go to that to Red Dead 2. And Red Dead 2 is like super immersive and realistic.
I'm not saying that they're not immersive. I'm just saying I feel like Rockstar is as a whole has lost somewhat of their creativity or their originality.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I mean, you don't.
I would say diversity. Like, I think.
Like, diversity is the word that I'm looking for. I'm sorry. That would be more described, because in the PS2 and the 360 era of Rockstar was like great. Like, they put out, you had Midnight Club, you had Max Payne, you had, you know, GTA was constantly releasing. You had all these different. If you go look at like Rockstar's release as a whole, you know, back in the PS2 and 360 days, dude, they were like nonstop putting stuff out over and over and over. And they were putting quality games out.
Let me ask you, compared to who? Because from what I see, all of these big studios that make these big budget games, all of them declined on diversity and, you know, cutting multiplayer out of their games. And you, like, I don't know, bro.
Sure.
Like, I gotta, you know.
Nah, I guess
just
Capcom has gotten up there, and
Capcom is definitely going.
Square Enix is definitely getting up there too.
I think Resident Evil 6 was like Capcom's like lowest peak, and then they've just done nothing but have come back in strides.
There
were so many games I played. Like, I just remember me as a kid, if I saw the Rockstar logo on a box, I knew I was going to be happy. And there was so many different games to look forward to and to play on that console. And then now it's like, you see, if you go and look at an Xbox One shelf or a PlayStation 4 shelf, you're going to see 2 games out there with that logo on them. GTA and Red Dead. Yeah, you're still going to have a quality title out of that. But then now that's it. Once you play those 2, you're done.
Exactly. You're getting one.
I just remember as a kid, I would just stumble. Like, I stumbled across that Ani game that Rockstar put out. Not very many people know about it, but it was like an early PS2 game. And I literally remember I bought that game as a kid because I knew from playing Grand Theft Auto 3 and playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City, when I saw that Rockstar logo, like, I was like done. I was like, I bought it just on that logo alone. I bought Ani.
All right, guys. We
are. Sorry, I ran about Rockstar.
No, we are live. I didn't want to interrupt everyone. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Planet Xbox Podcast. I am your host, the best podcast move. Make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, hit that share button as well and say something in the chat so we know you're there and that you can get your proper shout out. So let's get introductions done. We're going to start out with NickBanks. How you doing?
What's going on, everybody? What's up? You know, what's up to the chat? What's up to the panel? We got everybody in here tonight, you know? So hopefully we have a good show.
Absolutely. And we have Chris Righteous in the building.
Yo, what's up? It's good to be back. Shout out to everybody. It was a great episode last week. The interview y'all did with Destin Legary.
That was awesome.
Yeah, you know, even though I disagree with some of the things he said, but it was still a good show. And yeah, I mean, I don't know how many topics we got to talk about today, but whatever we talk about, let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's ranting
and talk
Wednesday.
About it.
Dopest J, man, how you doing?
What's up, guys? Welcome to Planet Xbox. If you guys are watching live, make sure you guys hit that like button, share the stream. Last week was a great podcast that we had a lot of interaction, so you want to keep that momentum up. In this episode, if you guys are not watching live and you're watching after the fact, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're new. Other than that, we have a lot of topics to talk about today, a lot of good content being dropped as well. I have Mass Effect Legendary Edition on the way, and I also have Nier Replica on the way in the mail, so I have those 2 games on the way. Last of Us Part 2 just got a 60 FPS patch on PS5, so I'm gonna get back into that, stream that. So make sure you guys also check me out on my YouTube channel, Dope is J. And yeah, we're live.
Awesome. And Death Grip, so you change your name again?
Yeah, man, I had to go back to the old. You dig?
Oh man, I just noticed
No,
that.
like I mean, I just like, I don't know, like I just felt something about it, and I was just like, I'm gonna just go back to the old Joan. And for real, like I'm lucky that it stuck around and like it wasn't taken. Like I had to change my to a different drink on Twitter, the only Death Grips. But other than that, I've been playing the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Like obviously, just came out. Beat Mass Effect 1 with the improvements. Game was amazing. I was just blown away by how it felt, especially the sniper rifles, just the visuals, how everything looked, like the character models, everything just felt really good. I'm now playing Mass Effect 2. Still really good. I'm still a stand for Mass Effect 1. It's just so good. I can't put 2 in the same with that for me. But I've been playing that. I started playing Psychonauts as well. Like I don't know why. Like I had it on the OG Xbox, but I never got through it. Like I guess I was just like really bad at games, and then plus like the Duke controller was like hard as shit to control with my hands and all of that. And I also bought a game called Relicta. It's like a puzzle game, and like you know how I am with the puzzle games, and I love my puzzle games. So just been enjoying Mass Effect, to be honest. That's about it.
Awesome. Oh man, Logan.
What's up, guys? Planet Xbox, episode number 60. I've been digging into Mass Effect 4, or not Mass Effect Legendary Edition. One day we'll be playing Mass Effect 4. I don't know why I said that. Been digging into that. Resident Evil 8 obviously was fantastic. Probably so far my favorite game of the year so far.
You beat it?
I absolutely love Mass Effect, love Mass Effect and love Resident Evil 8. There's just so many games coming out. I actually played there was a new game called Aerial Knights Aerial Knights. Never Yield. I played through that today. That was great. That was a fun little side game that I know Smooth was talking about. That I had to just once I saw the trailer, I downloaded it and played it through. So that was great. Just tons of stuff. I might pick up Biomutant if I can get enough reward points to possibly get it a little bit cheaper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
And then I think that Necromunda.
Comes
out at the beginning.
I want that game. That one's comes out May 30th. It's in the Warhammer.
It's in the Warhammer series. It's just like I'm intrigued into it because it's like it's a first person game. So I love first person games, and like a lot of the other stuff that I've seen from Warhammer. Obviously the Vermintide one's a little bit different, but some of the other games are more like top down. Not my play style, or like kind of like
you get a dog too,
like RPG, not turn based RPG, but I'm trying to think of the game style, like whatever was like Halo Wars was like was that
RTS or
strategy.
It's like asymmetric, kind of like shooter, kind of like dungeon crawler type stuff. I forgot what it was called, but like dungeon focused stuff.
So this is definitely looks a little bit more up my alley.
I was thinking about that game as well. You could right now, if you pre-order, you get a discount, right?
I don't know.
Isn't it because it's yellow?
I pre-ordered it a while ago.
Okay, because I think
I just know whatever I got it pre-ordered at is probably what I'm going to buy it at.
Okay. Yeah, like you still get like a discount for it. I think it's like 33% off or something like that.
It's
for the release.
Yeah, so I was just kind of like going back and forth with that thing being in my cart. So I've been playing Aerial Knights. I finished that. Great game. single dev that did that. Actually, black guy. It's not too many black developers. Black independent developer. The game came out today. I enjoyed it. Probably one of the best soundtracks in a video game. We'll have him on Planet Xbox next week. He'll be showing up next week to talk about Aerial Knights and some other things. So we got him locked down for next week. So look out for that. I've also been playing Mass Effect. I started the first game. Yeah. The thing is that Mass Effect is in a game I would play because it's a shooting RPG. It's a game. It's like it has enough mechanics that of a genre I would like. Like for example, like I don't know, like there's some RPGs I can do, some I can't. Mass Effect is a game I like. I played Mass Effect before. I just never finished it. Like back when it came out for the 360.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like I remember pre-ordering it and everything. But I just never finished the game. So I started Mass Effect, playing that currently at 120 frames per second. On the Xbox Series X, and it's amazing. I can't wait to get through this game because I kind of really want to get through Mass Effect 2 since everybody say that's the better one. But I'm right now. I didn't even install Mass Effect 2, so I'm ignoring the other game's existence so I can just focus on that one.
Actually, my favorite one is actually Mass Effect 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would agree with you there, Chris.
Everybody, I mean, a lot of people, like the general consensus, people say Mass Effect 2, and Mass Effect 2 is really good. There was a lot of improvements in Mass Effect 2 going from 1. But Mass Effect 1 was, like, to me, like the better RPG game. I think the story was a little bit tighter. Yeah,
it just felt different.
You know, I agree with that completely. Like, the thing that Mass Effect 2 had over Mass Effect 1 was by far the gameplay. Like, well, once you get past Mass Effect 1's like gameplay, it's better in every single way, like story wise, RPG wise, and everything of that nature. But when you get into Mass Effect 2, you're going to realize how great that gameplay, because they definitely did an overhaul with how the combat system and everything was.
All right. This is my thing. Just a little thing. Just a little bit to go off. Like for Mass Effect 1, it just felt tonal wise, just like story wise, it just felt more grander. Like it felt like way more. It was just expanding in a way that you've never seen like an RPG do before. At least like a Western RPG do before.
Yeah, it was a Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like gameplay wise, like it was kind of wonky. It was kind of like this and that. But even before the Legendary Edition, I was playing the OG version, and like I was having a good time. Yeah, like the sniper rifles suck ass, but other than that, like it was a really good like it just felt different. Like it felt like from all of the stuff that they added and improved upon into, they also took away a good amount as well. Like with Mass Effect 1, like you could customize guns, weapons, attachments, enhancements with your characters, and every single character. It was like as they went and they took all of that stuff away, they subtracted so much just to improve gameplay, just to kind of like casualize gameplay, and to make it more just like you're just hopping in and like whatever they have is just whatever, and like you'll get kind of like just like upgrades, or you'll buy upgrades, and it's just like it just goes across like the entire team and everything. For Mass Effect 1, like I literally stayed for Legendary Edition. I literally stayed in there and was customizing every single character, Krogan, Asari, whatever. Like I was just making sure that everybody was just leveled up. They had the best gear. I had my Spectre gear. Like everything was just top spec. So like by the time of the end of the game, I was just wrecking everything. Like that's why I love 1 so much. I'm sorry, I'm ranting. Like that shit is beautiful.
No, it's not a rant. You're just giving your perspective on it.
Yeah, I mean, there. No. So Mass Effect was another one. I'm trying to think of other things that happened before this podcast, right? Since before last podcast. So
you guys hear me? All right, there we go.
You said what?
Yeah, I
just want to make sure you guys hear me.
Yeah, you're good, bro.
Yeah, we hear you. I played through Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Wrath of the Druids expansion. Had a wonderful time with that. Great expansion. And I got all my achievements back.
So nice.
Oh, you bought them back?
No, like I was playing Aerial Knights, and after I beat the game, I went to go just look at my pitiful stolen gamer score, and then the number literally changed right before my eyes. It went from like 70 something thousand to 158,000, and I'm like, oh, this looks accurate. And then I went to check all my games, and they all came like the hours and the stats and stuff. I think what happened was, you know how they updated the achievement system for the mobile app and stuff like that, and you could check like your stats on every game and whatnot. I think that triggered something and kind of messed up mine, because now when I got all my achievements back, I don't have access to the stats for certain games. Like, for example, NBA Live. The last time I shared a picture of how many days I had. I had like 33 days and like 18 hours in that game, right? That I was able to show you guys on like from the mobile app. Right now, when I go into the mobile app, I do not have access to the stats of NBA Live. So select games, I can see the achievements, but I can't see the stats. Whereas when the update went live, I had stats to every game, but all my achievements were gone. So it's something buggy over there. So at the end of the day, but
I had that issue happen to me where I lost I think it was like 40 something, but it didn't take that long for me to get mine fixed.
Wait, you're sounding robotic.
Like 24 hours. But yeah, it seemed like yours was. It took a little.
Yeah,
little
freaking 7.5 days.
I kept on even checking like for you. Like I saw you online, I was like, well, maybe it's updated. Yeah, maybe it's updated now.
I am leading in the leaderboards for the month of May.
I know, I see that.
21,000. So at least it'll be the first time I do like one of those 10,000 things. That's what I was really trying to do. So I did it. And I think I'm gonna cap off with one more game to like get my my easy gamer score to break it off, and then I'll finish up. I think Mass Effect is gonna help me because you get like 3,000. I'm not gonna obviously 100% complete that, but it'll give me a decent amount. And then from Resident Evil, I plan on jumping in. Obviously, I'm not gonna be able to like go ham because I do start the Returnal challenge this Saturday.
Okay, all right.
That will be taking place this Saturday. The stream that I'll be doing for Returnal. And these challenge streams generally last a week or so, depending on I got 30 hours on how many hours I can do in a week. Probably a week in like, I don't know, maybe 10 days, who knows. So we'll see how that goes, but there's some money on the line, so I'm gonna try to take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're gonna hate the games, man.
Oh yeah, I already know.
Get your bread, bro. You get your bread.
Nah, he's gonna make a lot of money through the stream donations or whatever. But I already know, Smooth. You're gonna like the shooting. It's gonna feel very good. But you're gonna hate the fact that when you die, you're gonna have to start over.
Mm.
Once you progress through the biomes, it's not gonna be that frustrating once you get through them. So don't worry about it.
How possible is it? Can somebody beat this game in one sitting?
It's very possible. They've done it already.
Yeah. Shit.
Perfect,
People have done it.
How long would that take? How long would that take?
I think about.
I mean, it ranges from like 18 to 20 hours, 25 hours. I mean, some people go 30. Like,
no, I've seen somebody do it in less time than that. And
that wasn't their first time.
It wasn't their first time, but you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Like, your first time, you're not gonna do that. Nah, somebody could probably do it in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
That's if they know the game.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm just saying your first time. No, you're not. No.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You're not gonna. It's probably gonna take you about 30, 35 hours, maybe.
All right, so
like, I think the time they gave you is a good time.
30 hours. You think that's good enough?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but you really gotta stay on it, man. You really gotta stay focused. So.
Yeah. My concern is like when I'm done for the stream, done for the day. That's the thing. It's like, okay, now what?
Yeah,
that PS5 in rest mode.
Yeah.
Keep that PS5 in rest mode.
Do a 30-hour stream. There you go.
Does rest mode work for that joint now, or was that
no? Rest mode always worked for it. It always works for it. It's just there's no like other.
It's just I think it was what if your system auto updated while it was in rest
Yeah,
mode,
that's the issue.
Which I don't think there was anything like that's still there. That still happened. There can happen, right? I don't think they did a fix for that.
It's
No,
possible.
I don't think there's a fix.
They said they're exploring save options. We don't know, like, if they're gonna do it, honestly. But hey, we'll see what happens with that. I think it would be beneficial option.
From what it sounds like, they're really struggling with trying to find some type of solution for that. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Because you don't want it to mess up kind of like their design of how they thought out the game or like how it feeds into the narrative. So it's just like they're trying to find something that doesn't break what they've like initially thought of, I guess.
Yeah,
so
like in me and my
like,
personal experience, I beat the entire game and had no like when I got to the end, I had no crashes and I left it on rest mode all the time and it worked and everything worked for me. It did take me out one time when it updated. I was actually pissed about that because I had stuff saved up, pretty good. And then, but after I beat the game, when I did when I'm doing like the new game plus or whatever, it did crash one time early on. But other than that, but then there's some people who, like I know, I think Neo GameSpot, his shit was crashing on him all the time.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I only had like one crash. It just reset my whole entire PS5 and that was it. Like that was the only issue I had with the game.
I had a theory is like because I was wondering if it's happening to the people who got like the launch PS5, like the ones like fresh out the oven. That's maybe the one that are a little bit more prone to crashing and whatnot.
I got a fresh PS5 and I haven't had any crashes on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I don't know.
So a couple things taking place with it. So we finally got a release date for the Accent, and there was like
the Ascent.
The Ascent, yeah.
The Ascent. I don't know why I keep saying the Accent. The Ascent. The gameplay previews, came out. The game comes out July 29th. It's available for pre-order on the Xbox and PC, and it's going to be in Xbox Game Pass day and date for July. There's actually quite a few games releasing on Game Pass day and date that are like actually decent games. Matter of fact, let me just switch over to my box here because
I said it before that the Ascent looks pretty good. I said that's like one of those indie games that I definitely would like to try out.
Yeah,
you did say that.
Yeah.
Like so, for example, there's I think this is out today. The Wild at Heart. That's by Humble Games.
Today?
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. Yeah.
What?
That is released today,
bro.
Is it Side Now Rye Hearts? Is that someone?
The Wild at Heart.
The Wild at Heart. It's
I've heard of that.
That released on Game Pass today, day and date. I was looking at it because I wanted to pre-order it, and then they announced literally that it was coming to Game Pass like 2 days ago, and it's out now. So,
because I see like fucking Snow Runner and shit. Maybe my shit's slow or something.
No, if you go into the store, on the top new games, it'll give you the option to download it, but it's because it's supposed to be in Game Pass. There's also what was the other game that is gaining traction? Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. That's going to be one of the games for June.
End of
Xbox
June.
Game Pass, yes.
I think the 25th?
That's the same day as Scarlet Nexus, if that's the case.
Is it?
That
June 22nd, the week before.
Great.
Speaking of Scarlet Nexus, next week Xbox users get the exclusive access to a demo.
A week early, a week early access.
Yeah,
for Nexus.
Scarlet Nexus.
Yeah.
Scarlet Nexus,
That's a bet. That's a bet.
Yeah.
I don't see that now. What the fuck?
And we have this now. This is for everything, but Zombies Ate My Neighbors is coming out, bro. I'm pre-ordering this bad boy. Like
I don't know
this bringing back
what is that?
memories,
The SNES or was that the NES version?
It was like the SNES that came out. I just remember it had one of the best soundtracks. Dun, 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 and it's like I don't know, bro. Like that game has bring back memories. Like I have to put my matter of fact, I'm gonna send this shit to my uncle and let him know. Like, yo, remember this game? So that is coming out. Zombies Ate My Neighbors and Ghoul Patrol. A classic game that they're just bringing back, and it's going to be supported with achievements and all that stuff. So all that great stuff there. But yeah, that's pretty big. And there was some. A game this month that's coming out is MechWarrior 5.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was interested in that.
That's going to be in Game Pass as well. I think that comes out later this month, if I'm not mistaken.
I think next week.
So, yeah, and then if you look at the recently added and see if they have the coming soon. Now Psychonauts is the cover of Game Informer this week, so that game is coming closer. We've seen some 4K gameplay. Game looks kind of dope. I'm actually surprised. I was actually surprised for the visual quality that I saw of that game. Anybody?
Yeah, it looks better than Ratchet and Clank.
Jay's chose violence today.
Ratchet and Clank looks weird.
Oh, he pulling the Kwame Brown.
Kwame Brown speaking facts though.
Shout out to Max.
I mean, Psychonauts is a. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna just read the super chats and then we can go back in. Shout out to Max B. He says with the New Zealand $2, is Candace coming on a podcast?
Oh,
yeah, man. You guys. All right, yeah. K Mega 405 says showing support. Shout out to K Mega. I believe
shout out.
I gotta go on this podcast this week. I think this is Friday. But shout out to K Mega. Thanks for coming through. Please remind me if it's. I don't want to screw up my days. But shout out to K Mega.
K Mega.
And all right. So we were talking about Psychonauts 2.
Yeah, I never played the original. I know it's like a cult classic. It was never really like a big hit, but the people who played them like really enjoyed that game. Like it got reviewed very well. So
it did.
Yeah, this is the sequel, and it looks cool. It looks cool. So
yeah, so I'm ready to play it. Like I said, like I had the OG version of Psychonauts for the OG Xbox, and I mean, I played it a little bit, but it was kind of difficult for me at that time. So I'm having a blast with it right now. Like the platforming, the voice acting, the characters, all of it. The design is this regular, like the art design is this regular Tim Schafer shit. Like his humor just comes through very clear, very Tim Burton-esque. So this part 2. Like Psychonauts 2, like it's gonna be a little bit deeper. Goes into like they've dealt with mental stuff with Psychonauts 1, but this one is gonna be going a little bit further. I think Game Informer is doing like an interview with Tim Schafer, also while showing off gameplay for Psychonauts 2 soon as well. So they're gonna be talking about the game and all of that before release or whatever. So I'm excited. Like,
okay. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to learn a little bit more about it. Hopefully, hurry up and get a release date. We know that's going to be Game Pass day and date, but I think that game has to be around the corner somewhere. Maybe, I don't know, sometime in June, maybe July.
Yeah,
but I won't be
it
surprised if they like make it a freaking August game, since they have to put like some.
How much is the retail price on it?
I'm going to assume the game is going to be like $60.
Yeah, 60 probably.
You think so?
Yeah, she's coming out for everything. She is like Xbox One, PS4.
Yeah, I know it's coming out for everything.
Yeah, is it coming to this shit? I think it's 60, bro.
I would say I don't think it's a what you call a budget title in terms of it would have been had it not been. It had stayed a crowdfunded title, but they were able to go back and actually do a full-fledged game. So I would say minimum $40, maximum 60. I'm assuming the like with the coverage that it's getting, I think it's going to be a regular retail price game. It's coming out for Xbox One, PS4, and Xbox Series. I'm not sure of PC and Switch. I don't think those have.
The PC.
It's on PC. It's on Steam.
Oh, Steam. Okay, all right, cool. So, well, yeah. Then PC. Duh. If it's on Xbox,
Of course,
it's gonna be on PC.
Yeah.
So yeah. But there's only gonna be one next gen version of it, which is the series consoles. That it will be a version for that. So, but yeah, looking forward. I thought the previews looked pretty good on those. So we have here Remedy is going to be self-publishing games. I know this came out before, but it looks like they had like one of their like financial calls, and they have revealed a couple things. You know, other than them publishing games, I think one can assume was going to be like Alan Wake 2. They said they're wrapping up Crossfire X, which we're still waiting to get more information on. The game was supposed to launch last year, got delayed, and it was slated for this year. We haven't heard anything. The game went dark after they said it was being delayed. And they said in their recent financial call that they're wrapping up the game for launch. And surprisingly, they're doing Crossfire HD and Crossfire X. Now, Crossfire X is the one that we heard about. We got the the multiplayer beta for. Crossfire HD is a campaign for the original game. So it's another game that they're doing that's coming out, I guess, around the same time, but it's technically a second game. Pretty much the.
Hold on, didn't Epic Games was it Epic Games or 505 Games? Didn't they buy Remedy or some shit like that?
No. They have a Epic Games has a AAA project with Remedy, so they have like a little deal that they have going on right now where Remedy is gonna make a AAA project for Epic's games. Epic is funding the project, so they have that, and then they have a smaller project from Epic Games.
And but then there was also a rumor not too long ago that they're also might be making a PlayStation exclusive as well.
Yeah, there's that as well.
But no, I'm just saying that because I thought I could have swore it was like either like 505 or Epic Games. I could have swore they like somebody bought.
Oh, so like
remember there was rumors about there was rumors about PlayStation buying them, and then there was some type of like deal with them and Epic or whatever that kind of like took those rumors away and shit like that.
Yeah. So what their plans are right now is to work on its own IP with publishing partners. So Epic Games, right? They're working on self-published games, so having their own games, and then just continuing there to become its own self-sustained entity, like how Bungie is right now, like how IO Interactive is right now. So they want to control their own destiny. They don't want to be under an Activision or EA. And there's a lot of power in that because you see how IO Interactive is very successful right now by doing that. They have full creative control of all their projects. Bungie is doing that right now as well, and they're expanding because they're getting private investment from other firms or venture capitalists to work on these different projects.
Yeah, I remember.
I just hope they don't spread themselves way too thin like Platinum Games.
Like Platinum Games, yeah. And Remedy takes a long time to freaking release games. They really do. It's like they take their freaking time. So all these projects, it's good to hear, but they ain't coming anytime soon.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be incremental releases.
Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was just trying to think of. I think what I was just trying to put the years together of between Quantum Break and
Control.
Control, because I want to say Quantum Break was 2014 or
Quantum Break was 2016. 16. Yeah, it was supposed to be like a 2014, 2015 game, but after multiple delays, it finally released in 2016. And then we got Control in 2019, which was
it was 3 years. That didn't take that long
because they used the same assets. Shit was
real.
They had like a perfect baseline. Control could have well been a Quantum Break too if they wanted to. But I think I don't know. I don't know. They I don't know. They take too long. I feel like their games take too long to come out after they announce them. So as in case in point with like Crossfire, it's like it's about to be June, and the game's supposed to be coming out this year, and we haven't seen anything of it since like the multiplayer beta last year, which wasn't received too well. Yeah. So.
Well, that was the multiplayer, and that shit was some doo-doo.
Was the delay for more of the multiplayer, or was it for the single player?
Well, we still haven't.
No, shit. I think it was for the story. For real,
because we still haven't seen gameplay of the single player.
I'm surprised that they haven't done like a second multiplayer beta or something like that too, because that beta needed work done to it. It was pretty god awful if they wanted it to be something that's around and people play constantly. Be interested to see what I think it's coming up on a year from that beta.
Yeah.
What work have they put into that?
Yeah. Absolutely. So Jeff Grubb came out and confirmed what we all sort of thought we knew about Starfield, and that it is indeed going to be exclusive to the Xbox and PC. Dope Boy, you want to take on this of how this came about and the story behind this?
Oh, I think he confirmed it on Twitter. There was I know Randall Thor was tweeting a bit about it, and then out of nowhere he just quote tweeted and said Starfield is going to be an Xbox and PC exclusive. Period. That's it. Like, no discussion. So I'm pretty sure he's confident in some of his sources that he has right now. I know a lot of people tend to come at him pretty hard and say, hey, you have no real credibility because of the Xbox Live gold thing, how he said it was going to be free with Game Pass. But I don't know if he's doubling and tripling down on this. I think it's pretty legit. We just have to wait and see and get some official confirmation from Bethesda and from Microsoft. But it's like everybody's been saying, it's like, why do you spend $7.5 billion on Bethesda and acquiring the publisher and the studios to not have their games to be exclusive? So we'll see what happens with that. I think we're gonna get something from Starfield pretty soon, anyways, because there's been a lot of leaks and a lot of talk about Starfield these past couple of weeks. So I think we're leading up to something pretty big from them.
Yes.
I mean, this is what people complain. Okay, so
no, good.
Everybody complain that Microsoft needs big exclusives, right? So this is what like we want to see. Like, this is what we want to see. We want to, like, ever since like this whole Starfield, like I've been saying, it's like, yo, if these Bethesda games end up exclusives in the future, like, then buy Xbox and PCs. No big deals. Like, buy Xbox and PCs. Like, this is what we want them to see. We want them to see. The only thing with Starfield is like, yo, I think people are hyping up, and we don't know nothing about this shit. Like, we don't know.
I agree with you.
Nothing. There's no game. There's no gameplay or nothing. I understand. It's like, yeah, this is Bethesda. The people who did Skyrim and Fallout, and it's gonna be the same thing with whatever. And yeah, I mean, but like, here's the thing, but it's like Bethesda kind of like been declining, man. Like, as far as, like
you got to treat them the same though. Like, we haven't seen.
I can't treat them the same because the last couple of projects from Software have been amazing. So we give them that benefit of the doubt. The last couple of projects from Bethesda, in my opinion, and I played them, haven't really been all too good. So it's like,
this is like one or two.
So
like, I mean, we're gonna discount like everything that they have done or everything that Tom Howard.
Well, you're only good as your last project.
No, that's all I'm saying.
Hold on, let me give a quick shout out to Justin Moody. Welcome to the membership. Best Spot Live Silver. So shout out to him.
That's my homie.
You got access to the the emojis. So throw those in the chat. So shout out to him. All right, you guys can carry
to the family, baby.
You guys can carry on.
Let me say one thing on that though, because people like to say that they on a decline when they making games and all that. But when you look at it, you're right, because they didn't try that service. They didn't try Fallout 76 and Young Blood, which was type of MMO. I wouldn't go there and be like, because all of their games wasn't,
Yeah. I wouldn't say
but
even
like
decline.
Fallout
Like you said,
4,
Young Blood, and you said 76. When you're
you
dealing
can
with service
argue
games,
Fallout 4, but
Fallout 4
we know who
is kinda
developed
weird.
it.
Like, here's the thing. Like, I've played a lot. I've been playing Bethesda games since the original Xbox was like Morrowind. I've played that. I played Oblivion. I beat that. Like, I played Fallout 3, New Vegas, all of this shit and whatnot. And to me, it's like, it's like with each iteration. Like, to me, like, my favorite, like, as far as like The Elder Scrolls, my favorite is Oblivion. Skyrim was okay, but I think that Skyrim took a step back from what Oblivion was doing. So I thought Skyrim was already overrated for its time. Fallout 3 was amazing. I'm not saying Skyrim was bad.
Yeah, that was amazing.
But my main issue with a lot of these Bethesda games, even though I pushed through them because it's just the RPG aspects and the exploration aspects.
Yeah.
It was like ahead of its time. It's like not many games were doing what they're doing. But one thing that like always plagued these games was just like bad combat. Like there was always clunky. There was always like so that's one thing. As for like Starfield, I hope like they have like the Outer Worlds, right? The Outer Worlds did a Bethesda style RPG better than Bethesda, in my opinion, with its combat. Like I really enjoyed the Outer Worlds and its combat. That's why it's like with Obsidian, like I'm looking forward to see what they do with Everwild because they're the ones that are making these Western RPGs the same style as Bethesda, but I think they're doing it better.
But Xbox has no games.
So the thing was like Starfield. It's like I can't really give it the benefit of the doubt just because it's Bethesda. Because in my opinion, Bethesda's just been falling off for me, and that's how I feel about it.
Well, it's just like for Chris, it's what you're looking for. So it's just like like you said, like these games have been plagued with glitches and like stuff like that. But at the same time, like we also have to look at who made these games. And I mean, it's the same thing when it comes to Andromeda and shit like that with all of the issues with that. It's the same thing. 76, when you're messing with a service game, any type of service game, you have to allow them time with any service game. Because like service games, they go on for a long time unless the content is
but not when it's that broken.
What I'm saying.
What about Elder
We don't give them time for that.
This is what I'm saying.
Hold on. You can kill that though, Death Grips. You can kill all that. They got more games they released that weren't broken that were. So I don't get this whole,
I'm just saying.
No, Skyrim had brokenness like Fallout.
Skyrim wasn't broken.
I'm talking about
it had like a couple glitches that were kind of funny, but it wasn't like
we pushed through it.
It wasn't like too bad like 76 was.
I'm talking this generation. If you say falling off, then you got to compare now to then, right? And what I'm saying is this generation they released more games that weren't broken than there were. Right?
But the quality has been declining.
Doom 2016.
I wouldn't say declining. Like it's not.
The quality has definitely, absolutely been declining from.
This is usual for them.
Man, I don't know.
Like the thing is that
except Doom and Wolfenstein, like the other substance, like
compared to what?
Arcane.
You got Wolfenstein, the evil.
But that's the different developers within Bethesda. But I'm talking about like
but I mean, there's still
you're talking about Bethesda itself, in which they haven't done anything themselves in a while, and this is coming up for the next Elder Scrolls in this Starfield thing. These are the ones that are coming from the main place, like the main Bethesda game. Like the dude said in the chat. Like some of the 76 wasn't even made by the main place. So it's just like I'm not gonna say that it's fallen in quality. It's just that I think that more people are being more anal just because Microsoft got them. So like now more people are being more nitpicky about it. Like these things have persisted for a good long time now.
No, because people were complaining.
Hold up. Even
before they bought them.
Even with Skyrim, there were things that were problematic with the game, but it still won like a bunch of fucking awards, and they keep porting it to everything. So I think it's just like it's not even before though. You could see the uptake. Like go back to when they got them, or just the rumor of them getting them, and you see like the people who got even more. Like they were more invested in like hating this company or downplaying what they have contributed to gaming. To where they'll go back into the fucking past like time travelers just to fucking shit on something that was very revolutionary for its time. So it's very telling, and it's very weird that people would do that. I'm just saying, giving it the benefit of a doubt, the benefit of a doubt is just that like this is his baby. This is his thing that Todd Howard has worked on for who knows how many years, 5-6 years, whatever the fuck. Like I'm just hoping that, like you said, the gunplay is good. Like that's what I'm hoping.
Hold on. Let me say something, because people were absolutely absolutely roasting Bethesda way before the Microsoft acquisition. From Fallout 76, a lot of people didn't like Fallout 4, even though critically it got, it was okay, right? It was like an 84.
Yeah, it was
whatever.
okay.
But a lot of the fans was like, nah, because they took out a lot of RPG aspects.
Yeah, they took out a lot of shit.
People were all, they were calling it Bethesda. They were saying beta tester. Bethesda released buggy games way before Microsoft even bought them. So let's not.
But this has persisted. It's not.
People were it's not all of a sudden people are just roasting them because now Microsoft has
for many years.
No, it's not. You're missing what I said. I didn't say that now just because they were purchased. I said it's the uptake in which people, like I just said, which people will go back like fucking time travelers and they'll be like, damn, like this game shit, it must have not been very revolutionary because these bugs are like whatever the fuck is going on. And it's just like, that's bullshit. Because around that time that those games were released for the OG Xbox and PC and shit like that, those were game changers. Like,
yeah, but we're talking about more recently, RPG. Like based on their recent history. Yeah, based on their recent history, I can understand why Chris will say, hey, like, I want to wait and see how Starfield is going to be, because we can't just sit up here and hype this shit up and make it seem like it's going to be the next greatest thing. Honestly, in my opinion, I think Halo Infinite would be better than Starfield right now, based off of what we know,
from what we've seen. Until
I see Starfield in action and people get their hands on the game, and I get my hands on the game, I need to know that things have changed for Bethesda, because you can't sit here and say like, yo, Fallout 4 and Skyrim were like masterpieces. They were good games, yes. They were critically
no game's a fucking masterpiece, but I mean, like, that's to each their own.
They were flawed games. They were really flawed games in a lot of technical ways.
Didn't Skyrim win Game of the Year?
Are they using a new engine? Are they using a new engine with Starfield at least? Like, can I get that?
I think so, like they said that they were doing, like that was reported that they were doing like a new engine for the next Fallout. They were doing a new engine, and for the next Elder Scrolls. So I'm hoping that this is a new engine. That's what I'm hoping for. Like, they showed some screenshots of like photogrammetry being used and shit like that. So I mean, and it looked good for the Elder Scrolls game. We haven't got anything, which I agree, we haven't got anything to show us what this game is, what it's telling. And then you have like the rumor that Tom Cruise is involved or some bullshit. I don't care. I just want to know, is this going to be a game that I'm going to want to play? Like, everybody thinks that every game that comes out, you have to automatically just play. It depends on if this game speaks to me in a way that I want to play it.
Yeah.
Like, if the gameplay looks like something that I don't play, look like some fucking building management map bullshit, then I'm not going to play it. Like, so it's just like, but if it has like a good story, like, and it's dope and the gunplay looks good, I'm going to fuck with it. So, yeah. Like,
yeah,
so
we just gotta see more. Like,
I'm not hyping it up to be the end all.
Right.
Like,
I just want to see it before, I have any thoughts on it, because because to me, like Jay said, just based off the recent history with Bethesda, I'm not gonna get hyped for a game just because it's a Bethesda game, because it's the same thing with like CD Projekt Red now. Now in their next game, I'm gonna be looking at it
but you could apply that to. But the thing is that when y'all apply these logics, they have to be applied everywhere. That can be the same thing applied to the fucking From Software people.
No, but From Software hasn't been declining.
Hold up, though. The thing
They've been going better.
But that's not the same thing. All right, for CD Projekt Red, what you just said, their games were getting better. So that's why everybody was so hyped. Like, their expectations were so high. Just because a company does something good for like a good amount of time doesn't mean that they can't make a mistake and hit a flop. Like, the thing is that everybody is banking on, just the same way that we did for Cyberpunk. Niggas was like, oh yeah, man, shit, Cyberpunk based on The Witcher, this motherfucker about to be fucking retarded and amazing. Granted, I did enjoy what I played.
Which The Witcher game launched in the state that the game is now. The Witcher was very buggy when it came out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, I did enjoy the story, the characters, what I played once I got it on the Series S. I completed it and everything. I did enjoy that. Did it stack up to Witcher 3? Fuck no. So now your expectations when you're coming from Bloodborne, or you're coming from fucking Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 and all of this, Sekiro and all of that, like, you're going into this with expectations that, okay, this motherfucker is going to be on par or it's going to be better. Where it's like, with the same thing with
because
fucking.
they've been doing better and better.
But hold up, that's the same thing, and you
it's
saw
not the
that
same
this.
thing. It's not the same.
How is it?
Hold on, but listen. There's nothing wrong with somebody saying, due to the past couple of releases from this company, I am skeptical about the game going forward unless I see more and I want to try it out for myself. Then, this company's been putting out my favorite games for the past decade, so of course I'm gonna be hyped up for the next game.
But that's the same thing with CD Projekt.
What I'm saying is like you're saying, well, you got to keep that same energy with Elden Ring. Like, no, because From Software has consistently been putting out my favorite games for the past 10 years. But Bethesda has not. They've been declining for me in the past couple of years. That's why it's like when I see their next game, I'm skeptical on it.
That's what I'm saying. For me, everywhere, I applied that logic everywhere. I don't know what. Well, now after Cyberpunk, I've dialed back on certain things. For RE8, I felt that if they were going to continue with the same, to a degree, with the same experience that I had with 7, that I would love it, and I did. Like they departed a little bit, but I mean, still, I enjoyed it overall. The thing about Cyberpunk was that for me, my expectations were held high because Witcher 3 is still one of the best RPGs of last gen. So I don't give a fuck. So it was just like, I was going off of that. So those were my games. I played Witcher 2, Witcher 3. I loved them. Best RPGs. I went into that expecting that same quality. Did I get that? Fuck no. So it's the same way that I'm applying it to Starfield. It's the same way that I'm applying it to Elden Ring. It's just like, yes, I like Dark Souls games. I like their lore, how they handle lore, how they handle all of this. The little tidbits that we've gotten are cool, interesting. It's a departure from like their usual thing. I'm interested on it. Now that drink come out and it's something that like, yeah, and I'm looking at it and it look weird, I'm gonna be like, I don't know. And it's the same thing for Starfield. If that gameplay don't look like some shit that's going to vibe with me, that I'm gonna have like a really good time with, then I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to leave that at that. Like, that's all I'm saying. It's just like keep your expectations low. That's what I'm doing. Like,
anybody else has any thoughts on the Starfield information about like it being Xbox and PC exclusive?
My thing is, no matter what you think of Starfield and what it's gonna be, you get to play it for free via Xbox Game Pass.
Well, yeah,
there we go.
There we go. That's it.
I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. I mean, regardless of what we know, whatever it's gonna be, whatever the gameplay style is gonna be. I mean, at least everybody that's subscribed to Game Pass can at least get to try it out, get the feel for it. If they don't like it, uninstall.
Yeah, I've had my GameFly.
The one thing I will.
You said GameFly.
The one thing I'll comment on.
That's the loophole.
I said for the person in chat, I said play it free via Game Pass, so you got to pay for it.
Yeah. It's like
switch the gameplay.
You know what the fuck we mean? Like, come on, y'all.
Come on.
I've only uploaded just the 2, but what I've been trying to comment on in regards to this discussion about like not knowing anything about Starfield and being hyped. The only thing I do agree is that we don't know much about Elden Ring other than the developer and the publisher. But there's hype there. So, but we don't know exactly what it's going to be. It could be something completely far different from what we're used to from Software.
Well, it was leaked gameplay, so it looked like Dark Souls mixed with Sekiro, but like elevated.
Was it leaked gameplay, or I thought it was just a trailer?
No, it was like a leaked game. So we seen it, but it hasn't officially been. They haven't officially released any like gameplay of it, but there wasn't like an actual leak that showed like real gameplay from it.
And the other thing with the Starfield information is that it looks like it may not be coming out this holiday season, and more so the target is maybe falling into the Q1 of 2022. So that's obviously anywhere from, was it January to April or something like that? What's considered Q1 is like the time frame for the first quarter of the year. I know it's like, I think the end of the first quarter is what? Is it April or is it like June or something like that?
It should be April.
It should be April. Yeah. So if that's the case, I mean that's still easy because once you jump into the holidays, pretty much you have that time frame. So we'll see.
You about to lose that bet, Smooth.
I canceled that shit a long time ago. Yeah.
Oh, did you?
I canceled it. I don't know if he knows I canceled it, but I canceled it once I got a little wind that it might not come. I was like, all right, I'm gonna back out of this one.
I was saying, I was like, I don't think it's coming out this year. But
you still got the Elden Ring. You still got the Elden Ring bet though.
What about the Elden Ring bet? I don't have anything on it.
Oh man. You said it was gonna come to Game Pass day one, remember?
Oh, I still would think that's different. We
actually bet on that. It's on.
Whenever it releases, it'll come out on Game Pass day one.
We'll see.
Hey, don't be surprised.
Man, Smooth, you still sticking to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can back out.
And remember, whenever smooth bets is usually the opposite.
Hey, you can back out today, right now, man.
I'm not backing out of that. Elden Ring will be on Xbox Game Pass day one. Book it.
Okay.
Yo, if that shit happen, like a couple people gonna be strangling themselves, bro. Hey, what's up, Destin?
Shout out to Destin.
Destin, baby.
Actually, the funny thing is the title of this podcast is based off the recent video that Destin did. And we didn't get to talk about this much. I know Coke Boy and Old Man mentioned this in their intros. Last week was a big episode for Play Xbox. We did have Destin Legary join the show with some good insight. It was a pretty cool interview. Was very excited to have him on. Very excited to have him on. And Destin also did like a pretty interesting video that I couldn't wait for somebody to do, because if I do it all the time, but when I do it, it's just a fanboy crying all the time, right? But so I was waiting for somebody else to do it, of it being like, why is it controversial to like Xbox? I think that's the title of the video. I watched it and I'm like, oh, so now they're getting the blowback anytime someone. Now let's remove fanboys out of it. Anytime someone of like, let's say a public figure or somebody that's supposed to be seen on like some sort of neutral platform, right? Anytime they speak about Xbox in this like positive, whether it be Game Pass, whether it be playing on the Xbox Series consoles or something, it's met with so much animosity, right? Like to the point where you shouldn't be talking about Xbox this way. Like, and I see it all the time. I laugh at it, and I was like, "Yo!" Every time somebody talks about Xbox, like these guys like come out and they it's like the energy just changes.
We got a witness, baby, Blandrew.
Oh yeah, Blandrew was
attacked apparently.
A target for that for sure.
Jesus,
what happened to Blandrew? Are you guys there? What happened to Blandrew?
Yeah, there we go. Oh no, he was in there. He's like, yo, he got attacked. Remember, we had him months ago on the podcast when he talked about his experience with Series X. He had a great Xbox Series X review.
Yeah.
Shout out to Blanchard. Make sure you guys check out his YouTube channel. Check out Destin's YouTube channel. And yeah, like he was getting attacked on Twitter because he spoke very glowingly of Xbox. It was insane.
So
not like I've seen folks like my bad. Like I've seen folks who aren't even in this gaming, like this whole console war bullshit. Like they're just regular folks. Like parents are like, are like a teenager who just got theirs. Like they'd say some shit in like a chat or like a wall or something on Twitter, and it'd be like they'd get like assaulted like fucking verbally about it. You just like, bro, why are you even mad at this man for getting his game on? Like, I don't understand. Like,
well, we know what happened with the the IGN guy, and we know what happens with Paris every time he mentions Game Pass.
IGN guy got caught lying.
Well, my thing is though, you guys made it seem like he did something like something like bad, and then it all came down. It all came down to him. The last time he played his Xbox I thought it was like, oh, that's what y'all made.
Nah,
he got two accounts. He got two accounts, Chris.
You know what's crazy? Like when that whole thing was like him coming out and saying that he prefers Xbox and don't buy PS5 because they don't got no games right now. Whatever.
Did he say don't buy PS5? Or was he just like a suggestion of like don't get it right now? He's not saying never to buy one. It was just like
well,
at
pretty
the
much
point right now.
No, but that's fine. But listen. I had wrote a tweet, and if I could find it, I'll show it. But I said, yo, like, why the fuck everybody is like getting mad? Why is everybody getting...
bro?
Let him
Like
finish.
you got his baby listening. Like his baby listening.
Ooh.
Destin's baby listening, bro.
Nah, but listen,
Death should be the last person to mention language after the F-bombs he just dropped over the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, my bad. Like I apologize.
this is an adult show, so I don't know. It's like this is an adult show, but
the 6 month is now scarred.
No, I was like, yo, why does everybody get like? Who cares about what this man thinks? If this is what he thinks, who cares? I saw it as a stupid hot take myself, my opinion. But I said people stop sharing, stop retweeting, stop engaging. Like who cares? Like, yo, if people prefer Xbox, who cares? Right? I said that before, but then once they started finding out about like he talking about he's playing every night, and then when they checked in, it's been like 2 weeks, and you know, it was like he was being disingenuous, and the whole thing was like the value. And here's the thing: is like there's a lot of people being disingenuous about like the value side of it. Like they act like PlayStation doesn't have like a value proposition as well. Like PlayStation Now. Like I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue which one is better, right? A lot of people feel Xbox, and there's reasons why Xbox is more expensive. Obviously, PS Now is only $60. You get 800 games. Half of them are downloadable, right? It's $60 a year and shit like that. Then plus like the PS Plus or whatever.
Bro.
Yeah, it's not the same, but that's subjective.
Why is it not the same?
Let him finish. I need Chris to get his bars off, please.
Yeah, exactly. So that whole thing about like, oh, there's no value or anything like that. I'm not arguing which service is better. Like, I don't care. Like Game Pass is better. Okay, cool. Game Pass is way better than PS Now. That's fine.
Thank you.
But you can't sit here and say that like that option is not there for somebody who just pay a low monthly fee and get hundreds of games that they can play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's gotten a lot better as far as like, you know, you got Borderlands, Streets of Rage, and like there's a lot of good games on there. As far as like, I'm not gonna argue that one's better and it's cheaper. So of course, Game Pass is gonna be better because it's more expensive. I don't like it when people act like somebody can just buy an Xbox and just get Game Pass and they don't have a similar option to that with PlayStation. Like, nah, that's not true. The advantage that Game Pass has, though, is that you can get newer games, right? Either closer to when they're released, or sometimes day and date from what they're released.
Every month there's been like 3 day and date releases.
But this whole thing is like, oh, PlayStation doesn't have that option of value for low entry price. That's not factually, that's not true. Regardless how you feel.
Yeah, but that's not what y'all spirit. You talking about people that say things and be disingenuous. Look at what you just said. Usually the whole community is talking about $1 for Game Pass. The whole Twitter, oh, it's only for $1. How could it be valuable and all this and all that?
Yeah, you can get deals. You can get deals on PS Now, but I'm saying like as far as like the main retail price.
You get what I'm saying?
Like we can't just always go off with like, oh,
I'm talking about the disingenuous.
If we're gonna go out there, I can say PlayStation Plus is $27 a year because that's how much I've been getting it for on sale.
Yeah, so here's the thing. People believe in the narrative, not the facts. And the narrative is Game Pass is $1. Right? Game Pass is $1.
Game Pass fodder.
Now let's get back to the central point, right?
Yeah.
Why do people who praise Xbox get so much controversy? We literally have people in the community. Saltiest Gaming had a live stream. Shout out to them. Literally, just bashing people from IGN for praising Xbox. You had Jay Barry. He had the whole live stream, bashing people who praise Xbox. It's like, what's the point of it? Why are you going that far to attack somebody who likes that platform? Besides that guy who's obviously a fraud, we know that.
No, but hold on.
Blandrew
real quick.
supports Xbox. Destin Legary.
Didn't I just say Xbox Game Pass is better because you get newer games and stuff like that?
Yeah. We don't care about the Game Pass point. The Game Pass point doesn't matter.
Didn't I just say that makes it better than PS Now? So why are people in the chat saying that PS Now is better
it's whatever.
Than Game Pass?
It's
like
just ignore them, Chris.
It's whatever. Let's stay on point. Let's stay on point. Who cares about what they're saying? All right, it's cool. We're talking about why people like from IGN or whatever, right? People on Twitter, people on YouTube get so much flack for supporting Xbox.
Pretty much, is anybody on like a not like a neutral ground?
As well.
Bro, hey, I don't get nah. You know how many times that people?
You want me to bring out the studies?
Like,
no,
that's what I'm saying.
Here's the thing.
You want me to bring out the studies?
There's a very what's up, Gaming Addict? The shout out for the $2.
Yeah, what's up, Addict?
What's up, guys? And Smooth, LOL.
Wait, hold on. I see a name. I'm sorry. I gotta interrupt. I see a name that I haven't seen in like 5 years. Shout out to Patricia Jackson. Like, wow, that's day one. Shout out to Patricia Jackson. I hope you're doing wonderful. It's been years, man. That's crazy. All right, go ahead.
No, but what I was gonna say, that guy who posted that, like, I think he's on Game Scoop as well for IGN. Mm-hmm. He's a known PlayStation fan. So like him saying that, like anytime you hear him on Game Scoop, because I've watched Game Scoop a couple of times with that, I forgot the guy's name, but they're on there, like they're more so retro gamers, PlayStation fans, shit like that. Like you usually don't hear them say anything positive about Xbox. Like it's so rare if you go and listen to Game Scoop. Like it's completely rare. So like when I saw him say that, like I was like, damn, like Xbox must be doing something good, because he hardly has anything to ever say about Xbox.
And he already plays on Xbox.
Well, the thing about that statement is that I could say that I game on Xbox every day.
Yeah.
Like, but the thing is that
a different account.
Hold up. That doesn't mean that it's every single day. Like that could just be like a general statement of that every time I get the game, I game as much as I can.
You bring up something funny, Swans, because when people, I said the same argument. It's not that I'm defending the guy, right? But that's like when I could tell my friends, I'm going to the gym every day, but I only go like twice a week, right? Or the simple fact,
like that's kind of
like the way these guys say, especially after today, Xbox has no games, right? Xbox ain't got no new games, right? That argument, right? Is that disingenuous or factual? Like, I don't get it, because there's clearly games here. Oh, now it's hyperbole. Like, come on. You got to pick and choose when you want to use that argument. Like, come on, yo. That drives me nuts, yo.
Listen, that man got caught frauding at the end of the day, and there's like people trying to defend him.
No, but people are trying to attack him.
I don't care about him. What about everyone else?
What about
Tony?
I
know. Oh, the ponies attacked us.
What about Tony? What about Tony?
No, if this man, it's just like owning up to it.
Living
like I used to play on PlayStation, right? Before I even knew any of this console war bullshit was like as like ravenous as it is. So it's like by the time I got on it, like it took the enjoyment out of me enjoying games on there, just seeing people be like douchebags. And I felt kind of like forcefully like I had to entertain or like I had to support. So like I departed the situation. Like I stopped saying that I was this or that. Like I stopped sending out like friend requests and shit like that, and I just did my own thing. Like going in and doxing somebody just because they said something. You don't approve of it, you don't like it. Oh my God, should it make them sound like oh man, this is
just like when people pull out guns, right? Just like when people pulled out guns on live stream because people were talking bad about Xbox. Just like when people say a lot of racial shit, like yo, there's always gonna be extremists on like both sides. It's like yo,
yeah, of course, people, but this
right? I understand Xbox. Hold on, let me finish. I understand Xbox fans are gonna view it like for the PlayStation guys. But bro, like yo, Xbox fans always attack. Like yo, like look at Ratchet and Clank. That game is being attacked by a bunch of Xbox fans on social media for no fucking reason. Ratchet and Clank.
That's dumb. Now you're moving the goalposts.
The resolution stuff.
But I'm saying like yo, it goes both ways. So I don't want to hear that like one side is worse.
Video games.
Study says that the other side is worse.
No,
one at a time.
Let me people pull out guns for Xbox. I've seen people.
Okay,
like,
that's some retards. So like you don't see my like it's like
let me get at him real quick.
Instead of the general like that happens all the time.
All right. I'm just gonna say as a responsible gun owner myself, if anybody pulls out guns on live stream, they should not own a gun.
It's stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
That's the most irresponsible bullshit.
Yeah, that's true.
See, no, but y'all
I'm just gonna put that out
exaggerate.
there.
Them people ain't pulling out guns because somebody said something bad about Xbox. What they do is
No,
their
yes. It happened
their
3
character
times already,
their
my
character gets attacked. That's what it is. They feel personally
God.
that you know it. You can't say, oh, the conversation might have started.
Like Xbox Meal Group.
The conversation. I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah.
That,
And
but
that
hold on,
community that is very toxic. That sometimes y'all gotta see it and address it as well.
Chris, do
Like,
you?
sometimes I gotta look at
extreme instead of calling.
Are there
out
any
the
are there any toxic people in the PlayStation community? Yes or no?
100%.
Oh, hell yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yo, I've called out Omega when he was talking about, PlayStation putting their games on PC. I'm gonna go to the headquarters and there's gonna be blood on my hands. I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of here with
that's
that
some
bullshit.
crazy.
But people, you know what I mean? Like if something like, say if Xbox retweets, Black Lives Matter, and matter of fact, I have tweets of calling out guys, PlayStation guys, for saying stupid racist shit as well too. It's like, and I do the same shit. I see Xbox guys doing the same shit as well. So it's like
I've seen that, but the thing is that I don't associate with these folks that I've seen who have said racist stuff. It's just like, because I'm obviously black and like Indian, so it's just like.
But yeah, of course.
So it's like,
it's immaturity on fucking both sides.
So,
like,
I don't support that, but what I'm saying is like my experience or our experience of just seeing public people, and like this could go from I've seen folks in like many people's chats from IGN shit or Game Informer. If they said anything, it could be anything. The conversation it wouldn't even be Xbox. You get what I'm saying? It wouldn't even be Xbox. And like somehow in the chat, Xbox just shows up, and then it's a total shit show. It goes into total retardation. Helmets on, banging against the glass.
Relax,
they don't know what to say out of their mouth.
My God.
So it's just like, it's really crazy that, like, yes, we all know that there are extremists on both sides. We get that. But picking out the extremes is like, okay, cool. Dudes are drawing guns on it. That's on them. I don't put that on Xbox. Like, but
I don't put that on Xbox neither.
Yeah, like those guys, I don't associate with them either. But the people who are constantly attacked, like I'm talking about, you gonna like a Walmart, Best Buy, the chat thing. Somebody says, "Oh, I'm getting my Xbox in a week." Whoop-de-doo. You'll see like 20 comments of dudes shitting on him or her for no reason. Like now, I've gone to PlayStation.
On like a Best Buy.
I've liked PlayStation Post. I've liked PlayStation Post. I've gone down into the chat of a PlayStation Post. It's very rare that I see like a person go in there screaming Xbox. Like it's usually just PlayStation dudes handling their business, talking their shit, like whatever.
Well,
like,
go to Insomniac's recent post. Go to the Ratchet and Clank post.
Talking about 1080 360 and all of that crap. Like, that's stupid.
No, the conversation is about individuals being attacked. Now that video game shit's trolling. Who cares what anybody has to say about Ratchet and Clank? The game's gonna be fired.
Like,
we know that.
It looks good. Like
Let Cookboy go.
1080p or not.
What?
Okay. So yeah, the focus should be it's the individuals that are being like kind of bombarded when we're speaking positivity on Xbox. You got Tony, you got Belanger, you got Paris, you got Destin, you got random people at IGN or whatever website or magazine they're writing for or speaking for, certain podcasters. Anytime they speak on Xbox, they're met with this wrath of like, why? Like why? Like, oh, like it's not like I understand seeing going into a comment section of a rival game or something like that. That's one thing, but it's like somebody can be like, Game Pass has just been amazing for me. Like, you know what I mean? And then boom, you can't say that. Like
you should buy your games and like I don't know, some weird shit like we can't buy games, but it's this
like a lot of people I'll say this, a lot of people have been accused of being paid by Microsoft to speak positivity about Xbox and Xbox Game Pass. That's the narrative
just
right
like
now.
Just like people think that it's media bias whenever like a PlayStation game gets highly rated or doesn't get paid off. Like there's always accusations on either side. Like I see all this. Like to me personally, like I mean, and I guess it's because since I'm on like the PlayStation side, right? Like Like I see it more. Like I see a lot of like the Xbox. I don't know, and sometimes PS fans piss me off. Like I was arguing with a motherfucker today on your timeline, Smooth. Like that was telling me I shouldn't be praising Xbox or anything like that for like the backwards compatible.
It just happened to you.
Like that.
It just
I
saw that.
It just happened. Yeah, exactly. But like, what did I say? It's like no. It's like yo, if they do something cool, right? Because this was about like. It was about Last of Us getting a 60 FPS, and I knew as soon as that happened, the hypocrite conversation is going to come out. Oh, you guys bash old games, getting FPS boost, but now y'all hyped about the last, right? And I was telling, I think I was telling Jay Barry or Smooth or whatever, and I was like, listen, I said this on Planet Xbox.
You did.
I'll be a hypocrite if I bash FPS boost at the same time I'm hyped for Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, which is getting an update, or if I or Bloodborne or whatever, or any type of these games or whatever. So it's like I said, I like how the backwards compatible tech from Xbox, is preserving these games and getting them an FPS boost and all that stuff. Like that's one thing I give Xbox props for. Right, everything else is a lot of things I obviously disagree with on shit. And somebody was in there was like, well, you shouldn't praise any of these companies and FPS boost. And I was like, bro, it's like, yo, listen, I roast Xbox. I disagree with their directions all the time. But if they do something cool, I'm gonna be like, yo, this shit is cool as shit. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna downplay it or anything like that. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, who are you to tell me what I can or can't do? So it's like, yeah, I mean, there are people who just like, even I'm gonna have to shut you out, man. Christopher Harte, you were even like coming at me because you thought I said that a game was discontinued on PlayStation when I said discount, and he was like, "What game is discontinued?" And your buddy,
y'all
like,
talking about Call of the Sea?
Yeah, and I was like, "Bro, can you read?" I said discounted. I didn't say discontinued. So it's like, yeah, it's like sometimes it's like, yeah, like sometimes even when I like keep it real, like I don't say like a lot of positive things about PlayStation, which isn't a lot of times because I like a lot of things that they're doing. Like, yeah, sometimes I do get like the zealot stuff, like they just don't want to hear nothing, like nothing wrong. It don't matter from who it is or some shit like that. But honestly, I don't really give a fuck what they think. I don't give a fuck what they think. Sometimes I'll make a comment in a smooth post. I'll make it like a troll post or whatever. And I get like a whole bunch of his followers, which are like diehard Xbox fans, and they'll be coming at me and shit like that. And I just mute the conversation and move the fuck on. I don't give a fuck. Like the same thing with that Justin Davis guy. I didn't care about his opinion, but then when you know what I mean, when they went digging around, I was like, all right, man, it's like whatever, dog. It's like whatever.
It's funny you brought something up because obviously I felt kind of strong about the event of today because I called this out. I try to protect myself on hypocrisy. I put that post out there. I created it because I knew this was going to happen. I knew this Last of Us update was coming. I knew it was going to happen. I'm like, hey, keep talking all this stuff about FPS boosts and old games and all this other stuff because you're exposing yourself not to be in a position to celebrate when it does happen for the game you're waiting for. And now Chris is not referring to you because you made it clear, I think 2 podcasts ago, on when we had the situation. So I was like, all right, I can't say nothing to Chris. All right. So that's been established. But I am going to say something to the likes of the Personas, the Jay Bari. Love these guys, but nah. Extremely hypocritical. BG, hypocritical.
Oh,
all these dudes, hypocritical.
Call them out, Smooth. Call them out.
Oh, man.
I've never seen the mental gymnastics that was done to justify the celebration. Now, I'm not mad at anybody being hyped at The Last of Us Part 2 playing at 60 FPS on PS5. I'm hyped that it's 60 frames per second. Now, I'm actually happy that I lost my save file because now I have another excuse to go and play it. It's like I never played it before. So I'm happy about it because it was one of my favorite games in 2020. It was I think it landed at number 2, maybe? Number 2, number 3, or whatever. I think number 2. But on my list. So I'm hyped about that. So, and I'm naturally, I cap for old games according to them. So I have every right to be hyped about that. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, these guys, every time FPS boosts come around, I do my natural tweets. I do about my 10 to 15 tweets bragging about these games running at different frames per second. And then they'll come in the comments or quote tweet me, tell me how old these games are and whatever. And that, well, it doesn't matter that it's old games, y'all cap for old games. Okay, cool. All right. So now it's PlayStation's turn to announce a game. Here we are, Last of Us Part 2, 60 frames per second.
Fire.
Amazing. Now let's look at, and all I had to do was wait. Mere 63 seconds. 63 seconds. Everybody,
Wow,
I mean everybody that has something to say on my, because I posted at least 15 tweets related to FPS Boost the day that Xbox announced they had 74 games added. I posted at least 15 times. Everybody who has something to say to me was hyping this damn boost. And I'm like, oh, so the energy's not the same. And then when I call them out on it, because they know they're being hypocritical, oh, well, this is what they did.
They gotta put a little.
They gotta say, oh, well, it's different on PlayStation because PlayStation releases games. Oh wait, how does game releases coincide with a feature that impacts old games? I don't understand that. My thing is, Chris, does Returnal releasing make your experience with Last of Us Part 2 at 60 frames per second better than if it didn't release? I need to know that.
No, it doesn't, but hold on. Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
The thing that, well, from my perspective, right, I'm not speaking for anybody else, right? From my perspective, the thing that what makes Xbox right now currently not that appealing to me is the fact that it's how about I say it like this? The thing that makes PlayStation more appealing to me is the fact that I know it's like when I purchase the console, the PS5 consoles, they're giving me like actual big games and sometimes PS5 only games, like new games and stuff like that, like new experience or whatever. That's what I prefer for brand new consoles.
That's fine.
Right?
Yeah.
Then on Xbox, obviously they're doing a lot with their Game Pass and their backwards compatible, and they're doing a lot of FPS boosts or whatever, right? And that's cool and everything like that. But they don't really have too many brand new experiences from their first party.
You see what you're doing? Right? Nobody can isolate. Why? Nobody can focus on the feature at hand. Everybody has to keep going out to, they don't have this many. I'm not asking about game releases. I'm talking about the feature at hand. I don't care about.
No, but here's the thing.
They don't coincide.
I said
relate.
that the feature is cool.
Yeah, but my thing is, why
Chris,
is it that you're?
I said the feature.
No, Chris,
the FPS boost is cool.
Yeah, but this is for your peers. This is for the personas. This is for the J-Baris. This is for the BGs.
Oh, well, I don't know. You speak to them.
Yeah, no. But this is the thing. Their argument is right. Their dismissal of FPS boost is solely determined on first-party games being released on Xbox. My thing is, why is it that Xbox has to release first-party games? I'd rather Xbox FPS boost as many games as possible now where there's no new games coming out so I can take advantage of them. Why would I care if they do it when Halo, when Starfield, and all this other stuff come out if I'm then not going to go back to them? I'm going to be playing new games at that point. So why is it got to be like, well, until they release new games, then you should be able to appreciate those features. But why? Those games aren't out yet. So now I'm just treating these games as free remasters. We can also pretend that like games like Resident Evil and Mass Effect and all these other third-party games aren't coming to the platform day and date at all. Like we can pretend that's not happening. But go ahead.
Why do we have to? Why does Xbox have to release at this particular time? Why do they have to release first-party exclusives just for other games to be valuable?
Not even other games. Make any sense. Feature
that's
for
what you
old
expect
games
from a new console.
No.
But the thing is that
a feature for
a new
old
console,
games,
they should be providing you with new games.
That's great,
hold on,
but
Chris,
the feature is for old games. FPS boost has nothing to do with new games releasing. It has,
all right, calm down, Smooth.
This is not. No, but just saying because I had to literally just shut up because Jabari literally tied this feature to new games releasing separately. Like that has nothing to do with the feature.
But let him explain himself, man. Jabari, come and explain yourself, Jabari.
Like, the thing is that yes, that is what you expect from a new console. That is new experiences. Mm-hmm. Now. You just don't get new experiences from first party. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, no, that's 100% true.
Okay, so my point is that why does Xbox, if they're not ready yet, of course, like I'm waiting for those new first party experiences to come. Now I know they are coming. So that does not devalue the new experiences like RE8, like Little Nightmares 2. That doesn't devalue them. That doesn't make them obsolete just because Xbox has not released a first-party exclusive yet. Now, what I bought the new console for is awaiting the new experiences and better performance all around, because I knew that my Xbox One X could not deliver such. So that's why I bought the console. It's not just for first party. If that was the case, I wouldn't have bought the console. So I bought it for a plethora of reasons, and Xbox has given me a plethora of reasons to own this console. It plays games better, old and new. RE8 was new. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, but
and it played better
I think they're talking
on
about
the Series S.
They're talking about first party.
But you see the caveat there? They had to create a caveat.
Other new experiences.
Here's how I see it, right? For me personally, like as a PlayStation fan, buying a PlayStation 5, right? Not talking about Xbox, but buying a PlayStation 5 for me. I will be upset at Sony if they didn't have games like Miles Morales, Demon's Souls remake, Astro Playroom, and now Returnal, and then now Ratchet and Clank. Like, if they didn't have any of these games for the PlayStation 5, and all they were telling me is, hey, we don't have these games, but guess what? We're gonna have God of War updated for the PlayStation 5. We're gonna have, Last of Us 2 updated for the PlayStation 5.
I would have copped that.
For me personally, I wouldn't have bought the PlayStation 5 because I'd be like, nah, I already played those games, and yeah, it's cool. Like, I'll go back and play these games, right, at the higher frame rates. But if I'm buying a new console, like, I want to get a new experience. Like, when I bought the Xbox One, it's because I wanted to experience a new Dead Rising 3 that can only be made for the Xbox One with all the zombies. Was all the zombies and stuff like that. The same thing with Killer Instinct. The same thing with Rise or whatever. Yeah, but for me personally, I bought that for
those
new
things.
Games or whatever. So when I'm looking at Xbox, the only thing that I've seen over there that's like really new, obviously all the third parties, of course, but I get all the third parties. I can get that on PlayStation as well. So, but as far as like what they have, it was the Falconeer and the Medium, and neither of those games to me, like, they don't appeal to me. I'm not saying they're bad or whatever. I haven't played them. Yeah. They look bad to me, but I haven't played them, so I can't fully judge them on that. But then when I look on the PlayStation side, I'm a huge Souls fan. So like Demon's Souls, I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. They provided me with Final Fantasy exclusive content. And these are like new games, new experiences, whatever. Integrate is not a new game, but the DLC is new. But that's PS5 only. So that's how I see it. Like, to me, like, looking into why I bought the PS5 is because, I want to experience what they're talking about when it comes to the fast loading with the SSD and how they can do with game
performance
design,
stuff, right?
Which they do. Yeah, performance too, but also pushing games forward in game design, which, like, I feel like they're doing that.
Perform better, right?
But Returnal, as far as the game design, like you go through portals, right? Or like Ratchet and Clank, you're going through dimensions, like that part of like the game design that's never been done before in previous gen because it couldn't, because of the hard drive takes too long to load. So that's
but
what
you couldn't get the Medium on the Xbox One. So like that's
that's what I'm saying. The Medium is new. That's why I counted it. I counted the Medium as a new
playing on Xbox in these features. I've played since November every new game that at least that I wanted to play since release of that. So games has not really been the issue for me. The fact that everything has to be tied to it has to be published by this publisher for everything else to matter. It's like I don't understand why everything have to.
Like exclusives is the only thing that's like making the game.
Yeah, I just realized what they did.
And that I think it's just
bars in general
because there's so. Right.
I'll let them talk after this. Right, this is what happens. Right, for some reason, Xbox is like we have to. Everything is based on how Nintendo is. You know how Nintendo only has, well, now because we live in the indie generation, but Nintendo only has first party, right? So we get judged by the Nintendo rules. If you don't have first party, you have no games at all. Whereas Nintendo, that's actually how it is. If you don't have first party, you don't have many games at all. We saw that happen with the Wii U, right? So that's pretty much how they apply it to Xbox. When PlayStation, like, my thing is, what's the reason to own a PlayStation in the month of May? That's all. Fuck April. Fuck June. Why May? Why do you own a PlayStation in May?
See the thing is, I wouldn't have even see what Chris said. It opened my eyes. There would be no reason for me to have a PS5 until they say that God of War Ragnarok is hitting. I see nothing of no interest for me. But with the enhancements that Cerny said, with the enhancements that Sony has claimed, if I was in that realm, I would definitely get one just because it's playing the games that I prefer better, or it's giving me better experiences with those titles. So I would get that for the damn 60 frames in God of War. I would get that for 60 frames in Days Gone. I would get that for a 60 frames in The Last of Us 2. That's what I would do until a title hit me that was new. But otherwise, I would just want the better experiences. Okay.
Yo, what up, Jay?
Yeah, you in there?
Yo, what's good, guys? My bad, man. I apologize. Smooth, I apologize, man. I'm gonna hug you when I see you. But right now, I'm gonna kick you in your shin. That's letting you know. Nah, I ain't gonna. I'm not attacking anybody. What's good, man? I'm just trying to explain the point because I feel like you're missing it. It's going over you like a joke. You know what I mean? Sometimes we see a joke and somebody didn't laugh, and like the joke just went over your head. That's how I feel that is going on here. But I'm trying to relay the subject matter, right? The only reason why I'm doing this comparison or I'm hitting on Xbox not offering any first-party games because we have Xbox gamers clickety-clackling. You know, PlayStation guys are saying, hey, man, Last of Us Part 2, 60 frames a second. This is dope. This is what we're asking for. This is what we wanted with the PS5. Xbox guys come in and argue, oh, look at the hypocrisy. And I'm trying to explain to you why it's not hypocrisy.
Well, okay. Why is it? Because I've been asking for a record, and I finally got recorded. When I got recorded at 60 frames, y'all had like, oh, that's old. But I was like, I've been asking for this game.
Yo, we listen. I'm not bashing frame boosts for the Xbox. I think that's a great thing. That's something that people was asking for when it came to next gen consoles. Anyway, maybe you can up the frames for these games that we already played. So I'm not bashing that. What I'm seeing as being bashed and what I'm technically bashing is the fact, yes, you are getting a great feature on Xbox, boosted games. But you're buying a $500 console, you're buying an expansion, $200 and something expansion port. I don't know what you're playing it for. You know what I mean? And then you're not being offered anything from Microsoft.
How you know?
And the reason why
am I not?
I've been offered quite a bit.
Am I not?
What has the first party studios offered you for next gen?
I mean, I'm not talking about just first party.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the subject matter. I'm not. Any Kid Smooth said PlayStation 5 has no games according to him. Is he correct then? What does he play the PlayStation for?
Who are you asking?
No,
I'm asking a general question.
I played.
Y'all sat down here on this podcast. I listened to what Kid Smooth said. The reason why he was explaining why he stole his PlayStation. PlayStation 5 has no games. That's what he said out of his mouth. And everybody here was like,
It didn't have a game that he wanted to play. That's his
Is his
sentence,
is his statement correct? Yes or no?
But you
in my opinion, no, because I own both systems, and I played more new games that's come out from Sony on my PS5 than new games that's come out from Xbox first party studios. So in my humble opinion, I would disagree with that statement. Now here's my issue, right? Because you hear what I'm saying, right? This is dope as J. You're on Planet Xbox, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you said on Twitter that whatever I said earlier proves that I'm stupid and ignorant to the fact that Xbox isn't proving any first party games. You must not know about me then.
Yo, first of all, let me explain. Let me finish. When I saw that comment, I didn't even know that was you. I thought it was just a random. That's why I said it was like, yo.
You on playing Xbox now. You on playing Xbox now. So let me finish my point. When you say something like that, that shows me that you ready. And you don't understand.
I'm always ready. I'm always ready.
You don't understand my opinion and where I'm coming from. So I'm telling you, I own both systems. I give you the perspective from everywhere. That's all I'm saying.
Like I said, I'm not even gonna go that deep with you because, like I said, when I first saw your statement, I didn't even see the dopest. I just saw like a random Twitter. And I was like, yo, let me. Who's this guy talking to me? And I say, yo, you must be. You know,
you saw the smile on my face. You saw the smile on my face and thought it was sweet.
Nah, he seen that anime picture, man. That's
nah. In Twitter, you can get a lot of replies, and he just like, yo, who's this random person?
Everybody sees my face on Twitter. That's it. I'm not hiding from nobody.
Hold on, let me read these super chats before I forget.
We gotta be a little bit careful with the things that we saying.
Let me read the super chat before I forget. Hot Boy D said the excuse BG and people were using was sad. They're still hypocritical. And then we have Hot Boy D again. He says it's obvious PlayStation has better games right now, but they're going to keep deflecting because they got caught. Shout out to Hot Boy D for that.
Yeah, but let me address this whole hypocrisy thing again, because I think people are missing a point here. You know what I mean? Because it's just like the controllers and all that stuff. What on the PlayStation side of things, we're looking at is like, yo, how can anybody buy this console here and not being offered any first party game? And Kiss Move, I don't want to hear your excuse because you are the last person to even say anything about me and anything talking about hypocrisy and anything about, it doesn't matter if they ain't launching no first party games. You were the same dude, console Warren.
I remember
with PS4 and Xbox talking about your Xbox got all these exclusive first party games, all this stuff for the first year and all that. Now all of a sudden,
Indie Station.
Now all of a sudden, let's throw away that argument because it got to make me feel good. So I can't say what I used to say.
Compatibility exists back in 2014, 2013? I don't think so. You probably would have had a less argument from me if that was the case.
No, stop it.
There was no backwards. We had to go on base raw games, counting that we had to restart the count from 0 to every game that came out being analyzed because each game was that's it. That's the games. Last generation was nothing like just generation where just games just carried over.
No, stop it, Smooth.
Okay.
Your argument last generation, PlayStation has no games. PlayStation's the indie station. It sucks over there. It's dry. Even though they launched the first part. You know what I mean? Like, yo, like at the end of the day, nobody in here, if PlayStation 5 was to launch right now with no first party games on PlayStation, because every time when we bring up exclusives, everybody always thinks about first party when it comes to PlayStation. They don't think about the Yeez 9s. They don't think about all the other games that come out for PlayStation, this and that.
Sometimes they do, like Persona.
But whose fault is that?
No. It's a lot of people for being ignorant. But I'm just saying the thing is that if PlayStation was to launch with no first party games, I'm pretty sure it would have been a very different attitude when it came to the games media and a lot of people on YouTube. They'd be bashing it like, yo, where is Sony's first party? What is going on? Is there trouble in PlayStation? I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be like making fun of it.
Right. That's cool. That's fine. That's fine. The reality is Xbox is where it's at right now. They're talking about the promise of delivering games. We have to see what they're going to deliver. We have Halo Infinite coming at the end of the year. You have games like Fabled, Avowed. They showed a lot of games that we don't know about yet in terms of gameplay, in terms of when they're going to be releasing, things like that. But those games are coming. So that's the only thing we can go off of. That's it.
Yeah, that's a problem.
But Coke, this is common knowledge. They know that. They just have to accept that. The problem is that they put so much weight in and this is where it becomes problematic, is where and even they have said on other bigger podcasts or Game Informers or IGNs where these people are playing smaller titles or they're on their Switches and they're playing these smaller titles. They're saying these are really good games that people really shouldn't just kind of dismiss just because there's a big AAA here or they're awaiting a big AAA here. Every time you hold up. Every time you see comments, they're always talking about the big AAAs, right? So and then you also have a comment that follows after that. Oh yeah, I'm awaiting for the big AAA. They say, oh, this is indie trash. Now, at that time, around the PS4 and Xbox One, I didn't know about people calling the PlayStation 4 shit the indie station. One, I had a PlayStation 4, and I was loving what the hell they gave me. So indies are not. So it was just they were new experiences, point blank. And they weren't coming from Sony first party at that. Those were partnered situations. So
I got a
whole
question.
AAA shit, like it doesn't mean anything to me.
I got a question.
I'm not even talking about AAA. I'm just saying the reason why there's no hypocrisy.
People haven't been hyping up people haven't been hyping up.
Yeah, exactly.
The reason why there isn't any hypocrisy when it comes to PlayStation and being excited for a 60 frames per second boost with The Last of Us Part 2 is the fact that that's not all we're being offered. We're also being offered brand new PlayStation games, regardless if it's small or big, from PlayStation Studios.
All right, this is me personally. This is where. All right, so you're saying that FPS boost is all Xbox is being offering, right? That's it. That's all they're offering for next gen systems. Right?
What else is Xbox offering the console?
Let me guess. There's been big games in Game Pass day one, so that I don't have to pay for that. So it's been at least 3 each month of day and date games launched in the Game Pass. That's one. I got the option to choose between HDR10 and Dolby Vision. I have about a whole shit ton of games that I can play at either 120 frames per second or 60 frames per second, regardless of it's first party or not. So that's another thing. And then I have I'm trying to think. So what else? You
have everything that PlayStation 5 gets, but first party exclusives as well on PlayStation. That's where I'm going.
How many first party exclusives come out annually? I know 2020 was a special year because there was a console launch year, so you had content for PS4 and then console content for the PS5. But on average, answer this question: how many first party games release annually for PlayStation? On average?
I don't know because each year is different. Each year is different.
Like I said last year, but I said for 2020 it was different because you had the PS4 content and you had the PS5 launch. So that's an outlier. Sure, if you want to count it, sure. But on average, what's the release?
The thing is, I'm sensing from you is like you are trying to be against me bringing up the point of offering new first-party games.
No, I'm not against it.
I'm not against it. You're against it.
I'm not against it. I'm upset at the fact that you have to literally bring in a whole nother scenario to dismiss a feature. Why do you?
I'm not dismissing. I never dismiss a feature. I'm bringing it up because you are calling PlayStation fans hypocrites. So I'm telling you why the reasoning. It's not a hypocrite.
Yes,
we are not hypocrites.
You can't downplay a feature on one platform.
Nobody's downplaying.
We're not downplaying.
Nobody is downplaying.
60 frames per second FPS boost come out. It's always been the tagline of it's just old games. So
because you're not. The reason why there's a tagline of old. First of all, the reason why there's a tagline of old games is because you're not being offered anything new as well. On top of that, answer this question. Would you like
different issues? Those are two different issues.
I understand that.
Those are.
Let me ask this question.
We're going off.
Why have you been conflating this entire time?
No. Let me answer this question.
We're not talking about new games. We're talking about an old game being upgraded.
No.
One side hypes it up. The other side.
I think you guys are missing the point. I'm telling you the reason why one side is telling you on the other side why it's a problem. I'm not saying overall that FPS boost is a problem. It's not. It's a great feature for Xbox. It's a great thing that they're doing. I'm just saying the reason why people are bringing up damn old games, because you're not being offered anything new from Xbox.
It's going to have FPS boost on it is going to be older games. You're not going to see newer games have FPS boost though. Your logic right there is fucking flawed.
Yeah, the point that you're missing also is that you're
not going to have brand new games.
No, go ahead.
You're not going to have brand new games with 60 frames a second
with FPS boost because it's already going to be there.
Yeah, this is something that's brand new for these particular games. When the new titles come out, that will hopefully be a standard.
Yeah, let me ask you this, Def Grips.
The thing that's different here is that you're saying, okay, all right. The thing that you're missing is that this is only from one place. This is only from Microsoft, that they haven't put out any first party besides Gears Tactics or whatever since the launch. And that was a port given. Okay, cool. So the point is that there are new experiences from a plethora of other places, just not from Xbox for the moment. Why is that?
That
your
is my
problem?
concentration.
But why is that?
I think that's a big issue that Xbox
That's
to
just a
launch a console
That's a
and
goal
not
post.
have any first party games. That's an issue.
That's a goal
That's a
post.
different discussion.
That's a goal
That's a
post.
different discussion.
But hold up.
No, but
If we know
it's not a goalpost. That's the reasoning of why people are bringing up like, God damn, it's cool you're getting FPS boosts.
No, it
but
isn't cool to
where
them.
is the
They
new
know it's
stuff?
not
It's no
cool.
different than when
They're
Xbox
utilizing
One
the
when they're
hardware.
offering new controllers, and we're like, yo, damn, where is the new game? It's no different. We're just asking, where are the new games? Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If Xbox was to launch with Halo Infinite and the games that was expected to launch for Xbox, you wouldn't be happy and excited for that?
Yes, of course.
It's
That's
a
not
new
the
game.
reality.
It's an
the
extent.
reality
That's
is like
like
those games aren't here. So
so
now
the
we have to wait.
Xbox not releasing a new first party game just dismisses that RE8 just released.
Okay. So if PlayStation didn't offer any new first party games for the PS5, that's not an issue for you guys,
I
right?
still would have bought a PS5.
Would buy it.
I
Would that be an issue for you guys?
Yes.
Would it be an
100%. It would
Thank
have
you, Chris, for being honest. Thank you. You're an honest guy, Chris.
It would have been an
Chris, it would be an issue.
You're an honest guy, Chris.
You're not gonna project.
I'm
your
a
opinion on
PlayStation
me.
fan, and I wouldn't buy a PlayStation if they didn't offer any first party games at launch or during
that's
launch.
not-
That's
that's not the reality.
PS4 at
I'm
launch.
excited.
we all
for new
know.
consoles,
We all
period,
know the
because I'm
roles
a
are
gamer.
reversed. We all know
Period.
the roles are reversed that we're not gonna apply Sony. We know that, so you can't keep bringing that same question up, thinking that the answer is gonna be different. We all answered it. Of course, we're not gonna buy a PlayStation if it doesn't have any launch games. The issue is you're talking about Xbox not having any games. Okay, who doesn't know that?
I'm not saying Xbox doesn't have any games. I'm talking about Xbox doesn't have any first party to offer. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
It's not
Xbox doesn't
it's
have
not
any first party
RE
offer,
and
okay.
multiplat. I know. I acknowledge Xbox has games.
I'm not talking about multiplats. We're talking about first party titles like how you're talking about it, right? So of course, Xbox didn't launch with a first party title. We know that they haven't had a first party title for what? It's about to be 8 months since the console's been out.
Gears Tactics did launch in November.
It did launch.
Gears Tactics. Okay, cool. Boom. They want a major AAA release to come out, right? Fine. That's gonna come soon in the form of Halo.
I'm not even saying a major AAA. I'm just saying, yo, where is your first party games?
It's not here.
That's what I'm talking about.
So what's the next discussion then? We know that.
No, the thing is, I feel that people on Xbox is sweeping that under the rug. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's not an issue. When I'm bringing it up, everybody's like, oh, why you gotta bring that up? It's a different topic. That's an issue.
Because it's not an issue. Because we can't fucking change it. So like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to go
And that's
down
why,
there and
like,
start
that's why
fighting
for me,
people to
it's
make
like
a fucking
that shit
game?
don't-
Like, it's
Listen,
or to
this-
speed up and rush out a game? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Listen, this is why I'm not like. This is why it's like, yo, it doesn't appeal to me because I firmly 100% believe that if a company releases a new game, right, same thing with like Nintendo, whoever, Sony, that to me they need to demonstrate what that next gen can do right away. Like with that hardware.
Chris, you know what's funny? This is the same community, right? That from when Destruction All Stars released between Returnal, dudes was out here saying PS5 is dry between that period. But a console with no first party games, they're saying it's what you want, J Bar. Your game's supposed to magically just spew out. So you can't wait 2 months for PlayStation 5, but y'all can wait forever when it comes to Xbox. That's what I'm feeling and seeing.
Like I said, the reason that I buy a console is for new experiences, not just like the new first party games that y'all say, but just an overall experience of getting a better experience.
No, bro, I'm not knocking that. I think that's beautiful, and that's what a gamer does. I'm not knocking that at all. I'm streamlining it, or I'm targeting first party.
Yeah,
because it wasn't an issue for Xbox with Xbox One. It wasn't an issue then. And a lot of people what was doing, they was praising that. They was loving it. It was, oh my God, this is amazing. Xbox, the best console. I chose the Xbox because they launched with these games.
Like you saw how they failed because of mismanagement.
So hold on.
So
real quick. With Jabari.
Now they're owning shit and they're trying to manage stuff.
Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jabari, what we said earlier. What do you want us to do, man? What do you want us to do? Tell us what Jabari wants people to do, because clearly people speaking up isn't enough. I got to know what Jabari wants.
No. I'm not even saying that what people need to do. The only reason why I'm bringing it up because I'm seeing a whole bunch of Xbox guys saying that PlayStation guys are hypocritical. I'm trying to give you the standpoint of where PlayStation guys is coming from.
FPS
so that's why I'm bringing up that fact. It's not in tandem with FPS boosts, but I'm trying to tell you that where they're coming from is that they're seeing Xbox is being offered for next gen is boosted games, old games with frame rates. I mean, that's what we're seeing.
Is that really all they're offering though? Is that? I mean, they're offering Adobe Vision.
Overall, that's not all they're offering.
Audio. You know, they have more. They had more support at launch when it comes to external hard drives. They had Game Pass. I get it. They didn't have the brand new games at launch because Halo got pushed back. But it's like at the end of the day, there's nothing we could do about that. Like, do you want me just to stay on the whack ass Xbox One because of that?
I think you guys are missing. I'm not attacking anybody. I'm addressing Kid Smooth and the other Xbox fans on why they calling people hypocrites. That's all I'm give you guys is the understanding on the PlayStation side of why people are not being hypocritical. We're not bashing FPS boosts. We're not. We're really not.
I get that.
All I've ever seen is people bash FPS boosts. That's right there.
Yeah, that's true. Jabari. Kid Smooth has manipulated you into coming on his show and talking more shit. Like,
cause Kid Smooth, and Dope as J were bashing my name.
He clearly triggered you. Like,
this is why
they bashed my name and told me. Dope as J said that I bash people for liking Xbox, which is not true. And K Smooth said something about I'm being hypocritical, and I'm not being hypocritical.
And you said I was ignorant. You said I was ignorant and stupid on Twitter. So there we go. We
as I should.
As you should. Okay.
Yeah. No. I stand by my hypocritical. I stand by. I stand by my hypocritical comment. You know.
I love you, Dope as J, man. I love you, man. I'll give you a hug, man.
I feel like you know, a lot of people. You know, I just feel like there was no room when the FPS boost was the thing, right? When we had all those 70 plus games on there was no room to be like old games. Just for when the next batch of PlayStation games go back and get enhanced to run at a higher frame rate that is old. You can't do that. That's my argument. Don't just like when Xbox come out with controllers. Don't talk about controllers, right? More controllers and just for you to twerk your ass to a red and black DualSense. Nah,
absolutely, absolutely.
Just keep it. It's like if you're
best controller out.
Great. I think they look awesome, and you guys needed custom controllers.
Think they're the best controller out as well?
I don't think. Oh no, absolutely not. But you know, but that's all I got to say about it. I'm sure some more, you know, FS stuff is going to happen. And it's going to lead to more stuff.
At the end of the day, I'm not even knocking FPS boost, man. Like I said, I think it's a great thing that these games are getting boosted with their frame rate. It's great. It's next gen. All I'm saying is that you can't be coming at PlayStation. That's like say what if a PlayStation dude is like, oh, Xbox finally has Halo Infinite, first party title from Xbox. Like, oh, now you're hyping up first party exclusives. You know what I mean? That will sound crazy.
That's
yeah, but it's gonna sound crazy.
You know that's gonna happen, Jabari.
It's gonna happen.
Let's say, look, Halo drops. It's hot. It's just Halo. It's more Halo. Halo drops and it's flop. It's going to be, well, what do you guys expect? Halo's dying. Like, it doesn't matter what either side does. Like, let's be real here, man.
I'm saying that to bash the actual statement. I'm not saying that I'm going to be doing it. I'm saying, like, what if that was to happen?
You're going to be doing it. If Halo comes out, and especially if Halo comes out and it flops, you'll be one of the first motherfuckers doing this shit.
Abari, I got a question. I had a question, Abari, before we get out of here, though. Question. When will it be okay, right, to hype FPS boost? Do I have to wait until Xbox releases an exclusive or any exclusive for Xbox comes out this year?
You see, you still missing the point. No, I'm not against anybody hyping FPS boost, bro. I'm not against it.
All right, so when will it be All right, so I'm trying to, because you said that's all Xbox is giving us. So when will it be more of a balance? When the first exclusive comes out, or when Microsoft published the first exclusive? Which one? Which one? I just want to know when I'll be okay.
A Microsoft published game. Matter of fact, no, a Microsoft first party game with their studios making the game. I think that would be great. That's for me personally. I just feel that it's crazy that a console is to launch and not have a first party game launch with it, like a new first party game launch. I think that's crazy.
It doesn't. It's never really happened before to this degree, but like I told you, but like, what else are we supposed to do? Like, we supposed to just go sell the Xbox? Like there's not anything we can do. So
I haven't brought up any of that points selling Xbox or nothing. I'm just saying that the reason why PlayStation people are saying what they're saying is because they're looking at that factor. They're looking from the outside in. I'm like, yo, no different than people would say, I'm going to buy a PlayStation when a PlayStation exclusive. Nobody's saying that I'm going to buy a PlayStation for a third-party PlayStation. They talking about the first-party PlayStation exclusive.
Xbox is the best box.
You think that other people outside of Xbox that's not in the ecosystem is going to be like, I'm just going to buy an Xbox? No, they want the first party exclusive. Is it good? Is it bad? That's why I'm going to get into the ecosystem.
Halo Infinite, baby.
I mean, everything is a whole lot riding for 3 games a year, 2 to 3 games a year. So,
like Jabari, that's just the voices you hearing on Twitter. The majority of people that pick up these consoles, they pick up what their friends have, and they pick up whatever's at the end of that commercial. They don't be picking up games because of any type of exclusivity stuff. Most people don't even know what these games are. Look, besides games like God of War,
y'all downplaying the exclusive factor.
No, we're not downplaying the. Look, Jabari, if it wasn't that way, they would sell 1-to-1, but they don't. They would even at least sell 50%, but they don't. No exclusive sell up to that kind of numbers.
1-to-1. No game sells 1-to-1.
Zelda did.
So you telling me Zelda sell 80 million something console?
Oh my God! When the console came out, I was referring to.
All right then. Right, yeah, that was the only game that.
But my point is, if the majority of people had exclusives on their mind when they picked up these consoles, those exclusives would be way higher than they are. The majority of people going out there to pick it up to play Call of Duty, Madden, 2K, that's what they picking it up for. They're not picking it up for these exclusives.
Bro, I don't associate with those people. I'm talking about people within the community, people that communicate with
makes these consoles
on why they buy the console. I'm going off of the things that people say in this community. I'm not just making stuff up as far as what a casual gamer going to do. I don't associate with casual gamers. I'm talking about the people that's in the community, YouTube, Twitter, gaming influencers. Everybody watching E3 this year, right? Right? What you guys looking for? What you guys looking for?
Jabari, we wasn't talking about that. You brought up you guys are downplaying exclusives, and I told you why we're not downplaying exclusives. They're important. They give a console identity, but they're not the reason that these many consoles fly off shelves.
Yeah, Smooth is downplaying it.
Like I said before, the exclusives aren't the center of the gaming universe.
I think
there's way more third-party titles that launch every single year than exclusives.
Yeah, but I mean, it depends because there's a lot of exclusives that I play that are like way better than third-party games. You know, so
you guys have a PlayStation 5 or no?
Yes,
I do.
I have a PlayStation 5. Yeah.
Oh, why did you buy it?
Because I bought it for Demon's Souls.
I bought to talk shit about it.
but we're the minority.
Logan, why did you buy it?
I bought I'm waiting for the new God of War whenever that.
Oh, exclusive. So, you see what I'm saying? I'm talking about people in the community that we're interacting with. I'm not talking about the casual Joe Schmo. I don't know that person. I know you guys.
No, Jabari. We can't act like just because 5 people on a podcast bought a console for an exclusive. The majority of people that bought PS5s bought it for.
No.
What was the question?
The majority of people. I don't know the majority of people. I know you guys.
Yo, was there a question?
The argument was about whether or not exclusives are the reason.
Oh, you want the rock?
Was that not it?
Yeah, but you're bringing up Jimmy Two Left Feet and Timmy. I don't know those people.
Put money into these systems too.
I only communicate with the people that
but
I know.
We're putting actually more money because we're buying more games. But
that's who I'm talking about.
No
the
one's
people that I
saying that. We're talking about the reason people pick up consoles. You're saying it's exclusives, and I'm saying it's not.
No, I'm not just saying exclusive.
I bought my
PS5.
Exclusive aren't the only reasons, but
I never say exclusive is the only reason. I'm saying that's a big driving factor why people pick up. 2 people just now just said they bought the PS5 Switch, just for the exclusive.
Most people are buying the Switch because of the exclusive.
Well, the Switch is different. You can't play any third parties on that. If you pick that up, it's literally just for first party stuff. And that can appeal.
Third parties.
No, not really.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Yeah, there's no like Call of Duty or anything, but you get Fortnite and shit like that. So.
And that's the reasons people love the first party games.
And what I'm referring to is, I might buy a PS5 for certain exclusive titles and a Switch for exclusive titles, but the majority of my time throughout the year is not gaming on those titles. I'll play through.
The majority of everyone's time is not gaming those titles. That's the crazy part. People.
Go ahead. My bad.
The majority of gamers aren't playing exclusive 24/7, 7 days a week.
That's what I'm trying to get at. Is like I'm not playing first.
They'll play it a couple times a year, but then they want to act like these couple games. It comes out a couple times a year.
I understand that the most majority of your gaming time is not exclusive, but that specific exclusive brought you into the platform. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about where your majority of your game is going to be.
Right.
What is your reason of why you got brought into the platform?
I bought into the platform because I want to play Halo. Baby. I want to play Fable. I want to play Val. Why can't I use that excuse?
No, you
Facts.
Jabari?
Those are exclusives that you just mentioned, right? Avowed, Fable.
Yes.
But see, the games are still coming out. Why can't I buy an Xbox for the same reason I bought the PlayStation?
I'm not discrediting that. That's the point that I'm trying to push. You're proving my point.
No, I just
you sit there and you talk about why would people want to buy an Xbox? Well, those titles might not be out, but they're going to be out.
I have not questioned why anybody's buying an Xbox.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
You said, why would I buy an Xbox when there's no first party exclusives on?
No, I didn't. The only thing I brought here in this podcast is to talk about the reasoning of why PlayStation gamers are not hypocrites and why they're coming at Smooth and other gamers on why it's a different scenario when it comes to
but your reason
I have not told anybody in here don't buy an Xbox. That's not one thing I said in here.
You're incenting it, man. Let's be real, Jabbar. You can't come in here and say what's the reason to buy an Xbox? That is saying why are you guys buying an Xbox? There's no reason to buy an Xbox.
Value.
No. I didn't even ask what's the reason to buy an Xbox. I asked what's the reason why you bought a PS5. I didn't ask what's the reason to buy an Xbox. I only asked you what's the reason to buy. What's the reason you bought a PS5?
So we gonna act like you don't steal this on your own shows and stuff. Is that what we're doing right now?
It's all personal perspective.
Yo, the last thing I just asked. I asked anybody in here, do you have a PS5? And you guys say, yeah. I said, what's the reason why you bought it? And you guys said,
that's on day one, baby.
Exclusive point. That's what I was bringing up.
And it's like I said, like no one is disputing that some people buy consoles for exclusives. No one's disputing that. We're hardcore gamers. 9 times out of 10, we bought a console for exclusives, but we are not the majority by far.
Yeah, by the way, most of the games I played last year were exclusives. I spent most of my time on exclusives last year.
Absolutely. It was a beautiful year last year, Chris. Ain't it? It was a beautiful year. It was a beautiful year last year, wasn't it, Chris? Beautiful, man. I love being a PlayStation gamer. But I'm not telling anybody they shouldn't buy it. If you like Xbox. All I'm saying is that, on my perspective on how I look at Xbox and the reason why I will buy Xbox, no different than Smooth when he brings up why he buy a PlayStation. It's like, you need to show me the first party offerings. I think it's crazy that Microsoft put out a console for this amount of money, $500, and they still not offer a first party exclusive. I'm pretty sure if they did, everybody would be happy, everybody would be loving it, everybody would be like, first party Halo, buy Halo. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, is Gear Tactics not a first party exclusive?
When did Gear Tactics release?
November, with the console.
That actually looks like a good game. I will actually play Gear Tactics. Honestly,
I didn't even know about Gear Tactics, to be honest with you. So that's my bad if I didn't mention that. But
but it came out on PC. The crazy thing about Gear Tactics is the fact that it released on PC before it came on Xbox. I think it should have been both the same day. In my personal opinion,
it did. That's why. Okay. But okay. So Gears Tactics. Kudos. I'm with that. Gears Hive Busters. Great stuff. We're 7 months in now.
Yeah, the Medium came out in January.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't speak for anybody else, but I can tell you the reasons why I'm not currently purchasing the Xbox myself. It's because there's not too many exclusive games that are appealing to me right now.
Bro. When Fable dropped,
exactly. In the future, like Fable, some of the RPGs that are coming from Xbox, because I like RPGs and I want Western RPGs to get back, because I think they fell off last generation, in my opinion. So I want them to get back or whatever. So like Fable, Avow, with Obsidian, a few of the Bethesda studios. Bethesda itself, I'm still skeptical because they've been on the decline for me. So Starfield, I'm not hyped about until I see more. But the other RPGs, but we don't know when they're coming out. Like some people are saying years and stuff like that. So it's like whenever those games starts coming out and they look very appealing to me, I will purchase an Xbox.
Yep. I bought an
As you
Xbox
should.
to
As
play
you
games at high frame rates. So
I mean, when I bought my Xbox, I've literally, like, I'm not saying this like just to say, but I've played my Xbox literally every single day since it's come out.
yes,
And you can look at my tag, you can look at my achievements. I pretty much popped achievements.
No, old man does play games.
Ain't no frauds over here.
He a gamer. He play games. He play a lot of games.
What's the game with
But,
Ted now,
like,
joking?
So for when people say, "Oh, why would you buy an Xbox? There's no games on it." I've done nothing but play games on my system. So for somebody to sit there and try to devalue like my purchase,
but what people are, it comes down to what people are saying, like the first party exclusive. That
I'm not saying
but-
Xbox doesn't have any game.
Yeah.
Even when I say that, I'm not talking about they're offering games.
It's not a
But
literal.
I'm not gonna go like even me playing older games, clearing out my backlog and stuff. I'm not gonna go buy a PS5 just to do that when I own all those games on Xbox. You know what I'm saying? So why would I switch over?
You prefer
generation?
nobody like you prefer.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, well, it's like
that's fine.
There's tons of games in my backlog that are still very new to me just because I haven't played them. Just because they're years older to everybody else's eyes, it still means they're new to me. I saw, what was it? I'm gonna call out Saltiest. Yeah, Salty. He was hyping up BioShock 1. That game came out in 2007. Like, don't you got Returnal to still play? Oh, you're done with it. Oh, okay, I get it. Then you got filler stuff to play in between game releases. Right now, with my Xbox, that's what I'm doing. I'm filling all my time with games I have not gotten around to. And then, hey, in November, there's gonna be Halo.
I'm 100% with you, old man Logan. I'm 100% with you when it comes to that. But I feel on Xbox, people are very okay with that. If somebody on PlayStation was to play something old or something, oh look, guys, they're playing old games over here. You know what I mean? Like it's an issue or something. I've seen it so many times where like I'm playing Ys 9. People's like, oh, that's a PS4 game. It's a brand new game. You know what I mean?
Right,
that came out.
Game. Exactly.
You know what I mean? But people was bashing that.
Right. When people were saying beginning this year that gaming was dry, like I remember me and Jabari, we were like, what the hell is everybody talking about?
Yeah,
We're playing Ys 9, we're playing Persona Strikers, Bravely Default. I didn't play that, but I'm just saying that game came out, Monster Hunter Rise. I was like, what the fuck are people talking about is dry?
I mean,
like I told you guys, a lot of people said that during the time when Destruction All-Stars came out and between Returnal, people was like, PS5 is dry. That's what people were saying. A lot of people, YouTubers, big websites. It's dry. There's no games out right now.
It was, and the PlayStation fans couldn't talk shit until Returnal came out.
No, how is it dry?
Oh, because you guys stuck behind this old games narrative. You couldn't play old. Well, I'm not talking about you guys in that. All right, some of the fan base really could not be caught playing old games because they shat on that idea for their next generation purchase. So what were they doing between Destruction All-Stars and Returnal? And Destruction All-Stars died quick. I'm talking about 23 hours quick.
Damn, I was muted the whole time, bro.
See, here's the thing.
God
It always goes back to personal experience because I recently got a PS5, so I didn't have that issue of like I got through Demon Souls in November and I had to wait to Destruction All-Stars and then I had to wait to Returnal. Like by the time, and it's gonna happen with a lot of people. By the time people finally get their PS5s, they're just gonna have a catalog of just like a lot of new games and new experiences that are been coming to the PlayStation 5.
But Jay, the issue is that you have to tackle that own narrative in your own community. Like Smooth said, like everybody was shitting on older games. Like you said, like you don't buy a new console to experience old things. So why people are jumping on you is because that was the heavy narrative in the first few months of this the current gen. Like, that's tackling something in your own community when your own community says that all of these old games that I've played are devalued. They have no value to me once I get a new console. Like, let's say that the release of games like they have been has been very slow because of COVID and other things. Like, what we've mostly been getting has been remasters of old games. So see, this is like, and they give us better experiences, and some people are getting a new experience from them. But that's something that you have to tackle from inside. Like, everybody can't just shit on fucking old games just because you've played them. Maybe somebody hasn't played them, or maybe they can get remastered and touched up, and they are better than the way you first experienced.
I don't think
I'm playing through Mass Effect right now, and it's way better than my first playthrough of the trilogy.
Yeah, no, I think we've been getting more new games than remastered though. If we actually tally it up, I don't think we've been getting more.
No, they go wild and hard. Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
There's been a lot of new games, and then there's been a decent amount of.
I mean, there have been remasters, obviously, like Nier Replicant,
Nier,
right? I'm just playing that for the first time and shit like that. Mass
Saints
Effect,
Row just got announced, so. But
and then what? Oh yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5 now and shit like that. You know, and Everwild is coming out soon.
Oh, that was a joke. Speaking of. Damn, because this is about to be 11 o'clock. We need to kind of wrap this up. But
this could be the last topic.
There was this thing on Reset Era about Everwild, and I think they said something about the game not even existing at some point. So I don't know if that's changed between now and then, but it was some spooky stuff that was being told. And I want you guys to like kind of just share your thoughts on Everwild, Rare, and.
Let me get into this first because I'm about to get into
it.
Okay.
Because we were live on Planet Xbox when we were watching that Xbox Game Showcase, and this I don't know who that lady was, that flowery nature chick. She came out and said, "We don't know what we're doing with the game, but the concept is there." She said something along those lines, and that's when I knew they had no clue what the hell they were doing with the game because they showed off. A trailer in 2019, then they showed off a trailer in 2020, and then proceeded to say, "Oh, we don't know what we're doing with the game." I don't know what's happening. That game looked good at first in terms of its concept and the visuals, but then there's no gameplay. They don't know what they want to do with it at all. So I think they should.
They shouldn't have shown the game at all. I don't think they should even have shown the game.
They shouldn't have showed that.
They showed the game 3 times, so I'm confused.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That project and just work on something else entirely.
I'm never say that. I'm not sure what.
Like, I wouldn't say that they should have scrapped it, but the thing is that they shouldn't have showed it off as much as they did. Like you said, like the 2 or 3 kind of like appearances of it.
Like
they should have just showed it that. They should have just showed one teaser and left it at that and nailed everything down. Like, don't keep showing it and you don't have anything of concrete. Like, that was our issue when we all watched the damn showcase the last time. It was just like, okay, and like you said, the fucking hippie lady came out and she was like, yeah, like, we don't really have anything really solid right now, shit, we're waiting on the community to write it for us.
Still in concept.
The fuck you are.
Yeah,
you need to get this shit nailed down, bro. Like, that's very upsetting.
I need Rare to just make a traditional game, point A to point B. Like, I get that, Sea of Thieves was a cool idea. It flew off. Everybody likes it.
The emergent stories and stuff.
But this whole every game they work on don't need to be this experimental idea. Let the community build it. It's like, no, man, I don't got patience for that. I kind of want to just.
Hey, Smooth. You get to connect the Rare, bro. Hey, send me up over there. Send my resume up over there. Shit, I'll write them a fucking story. Because that's crazy that they don't know what the fuck they doing over there with this goddamn game. Not every game needs to be these. What was that space game? No Man's Sky, emergent story bullshit. You make your own story thing. Not every game needs to be that. And Rare shouldn't make that their space.
I will say this. Xbox got accused for not giving their studios creative freedom, and Rare definitely got the most creative freedom.
Yeah, but listen, like, to me personally, like, as far as Rare, I think I don't know about this game because this game is supposed to be like I say, it's rumored it's supposed to be like another Sea of Thieves type game, right? Like make your own fun, play,
Yeah,
build
that's
or
what we
whatever.
got from it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's like, yo, you already did that with Sea of Thieves. Why don't you just
Exactly.
why don't you just keep improving and building and expanding Sea of Thieves, and then go and dip into one of your older IPs that people really want to see? Of course, they got Perfect Dark, but Rare's not doing that. Yo, me personally, I would love another Banjo-Kazooie. I think another I think a Banjo can do good now because all the mascots are coming back. We got Ratchet, we got Mario. Like the platforming shit is like it's coming back. The 3D platformers are coming back, right? So I think they can do like another Banjo or another Conquer. You know what I mean? In my opinion,
they can do a freaking another cameo. I mean. There's been we're in like the woman empowerment era. Cameo elements of power could use another game if they wanted to do that. Like they got
but we already getting that with Kina. We getting that with Kina, baby.
Oh yeah, that game's coming out. I forgot that game is coming out. That's gonna be heat.
Shit, I haven't forgot that game. But the point is that like I like what Everwild look like. Like just like art design aesthetically, I like what it looked like. It just needs to have a focus of what you're doing. Like that's all it needs. Like why is that so hard that you're dependent on us making our own fun? Why can't you direct us in a way, like just give us direction and then let us just go at it? Like I don't understand that.
I agree with that. I agree. But yeah, I mean apparently it's far off away, and
I think Everwild looks good, but the reason why they're doing that is because they want something that will keep you in Game Pass. So they want you to make a game, make a world, and have people go at it and have fun where they can stay in there upon months upon months upon months.
Ever evolving.
You already got Sea of Thieves in there. Like that's already
there's
done.
a lot.
Like,
I'm not worried about
solidified.
needing the game for Game Pass. There's going to be a lot of stuff.
There's plenty games in Game Pass for you to be dedicated to. But the thing is that after some of those games that aren't first party leave, those people are going to purchase. Shit, I know I have. So
I don't know, but I need Rare to like kind of
the game looks great though.
The game does look great. It was shown in 2019 though. That's the thing. It was the first next generation game shown at XO 19, and for that to be coming out as like it's still like concept. It's just it's not a good look. I don't got patience for it. So it's like that's why you guys rarely hear me speak about like Everwild like outside of that window than when it was first announced. But like it's like I don't know what's going on with that game. When it come out, it could be fire, but who knows? But I don't know. Need Rare to like kind of show something. So we shall see.
What they running with is the case. It ain't gonna be fire because if it's another Sea of Thieves, I gotta have homies with the play Sea of Thieves. I don't want that to be the case for every fucking game. Like to be like, yeah, shit, I need homies to play this game. It's just like, no. So they need to figure it out, bro.
All right.
Well, that stuff is not confirmed though. That's just rumors, right?
Yeah. So it's like I know people are going in on information, and the dude also put out something on Reset Era that's sort of a little bit retracting what he's saying. Well, it's like, well, that was back then. I'm not sure what it is now. So it's like, whatever, man. Like, I don't know. Reset Era and stuff could be a dangerous place. But the thing is, reason why it blew up as a red flag to me is because the last thing we heard about Everwild was when that lady got on the screen and said they don't know what the game is yet. And I'm like, oh, well, never mind. You just killed whatever hype I had for it because I was waiting for this event for you to tell me what the game is. So
exactly.
Right, but I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see if it comes out and if it's good or not. But yeah, I think they should just stick more with Sea of Thieves and bring back one of their old IPs back.
I agree. We shall see. So next week, guys, we'll have Aerial Knight on, talk about this game, Aerial Knights, which is available now. We also will be having, we'll be joined by Miles Dampierre from Windows Central right before E3, so that should be an interesting show. Whoa. So big things for playing Xbox. Also, make sure you guys check out Let's Talk Games. I'm trying to think what day. Am I doing it tomorrow or am I doing it Friday? I got to see. I might have to shuffle around a date because some commitments. But Let's Talk Games this week. We're going to have Hustle and Motivate join the show to discuss some things. But
yeah. Hey, that's what's up.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. I know the banter kind of went on sort of long. Shout out to Jay Barry for coming through.
Yeah,
shout out to Persona. What's up, PlayStation? All PS. What's this? You say it from the heart. All that good jazz.
No banter.
We gonna talk. Yeah, we gonna talk.
We gonna talk. That's all.
That's another one he does.
yeah.
Final Fantasy news.
Oh, okay.
Chris, listen. Let the people think what I am. Don't paint no good picture for me, okay? I talk.
Jay Barry also gives back to the fighting game community by holding tournaments.
Chris,
I
need you to calm down, Chris. Calm down, please. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Calm down. But go ahead, Smooth. My bad.
No. Say you guys outros. I'm about ready to go.
Yo, Smooth. Should I get Falconeer for PS5?
If you're into stuff like that, I couldn't play it, so.
I enjoyed it. It
no,
cool.
what you should get is Call of the Sea though, not Falcon. I wouldn't recommend Falconeer.
Call of the Sea was cool.
I would recommend.
It's on sale right now for $16.
I know what Jabari was doing, but don't get that boy, son.
I recommend Call of the Sea. Right?
Smooth. You should get the path list for PS5.
Oh yeah.
The path list. That's the one where you're like sort of flying.
The
right?
bow and arrow.
Okay. All right.
So Smooth, are you ready for this challenge? Are you mentally prepared?
I think so. I'll be all right.
He's already being accused from practicing offline.
Yeah. I don't even own the game yet. I don't even own the game yet. I was hoping PlayStation would put it on sale with that first party sale they were doing, and they kind of just like ignored that idea. So
put a 2-week game on sale.
Hell yeah!
I thought they were, be generous, giving quite a few patches that was needed. You know what I mean? I thought it would be like, we're gonna do you guys a favor. Put this on sale.
Yeah, Smooth. You're gonna make that money back through your donations on the streams.
Yeah, I'm actually rooting for you, man. I hope you get to the third biome in like a good 15 hours.
No, they gave him Smooth gonna get that money. They gave him 30 hours. I think that's a good enough time that he can beat it.
Yeah, 30 hours I think is actually practical. But yeah, it depends on how quick you can finish biome 3.
The first 3 biomes. Like Act 1, that's like where you're gonna have the most problems at. After that, it's really not as hard. At least for me, it wasn't. I don't know.
All right, so pretty much we should. Anybody got anything else to say before I wrap up?
Nah, shout out to Jay Barry for coming through. Shout out to the panel. All you dudes are good dudes. Shout out to Smooth for allowing us to be here. And shout out to the chat. Good vibes. Fuck the haters though. You know who you are. All right, peace.
Coke Boy.
Shout out to Jay Barry. Make sure you guys check out his YouTube channel. We be streaming. Make sure you guys check him out. Make sure you guys drop a like, share the stream, and yeah, we have a special guest next week. Make sure you guys check it out. Yeah. Good gaming, good conversations. Let's get it.
Yo, dope boy, my bad too, man. Like really and truly, I didn't even know that was you on Twitter.
He changed his picture. That's why
I'm not even making it up.
Profile pic.
Yeah, I didn't know that was you. Like I didn't even look at the name. I saw a name, but I didn't see the dopest part, and that's why I went how I went. You know what I mean? But that's the truth. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. You my man. You cool people.
It's good. I said what I have to say, so it is what it is. Like
I'm gonna kick you in the shin though, but you still my peoples.
Oh yeah.
I'm joking. That's fine.
Chris Righteous.
Yeah, man. Just catch me on Twitter. Also on the Salty's Gaming Podcast as well every Thursday. I know some of y'all don't like them, but it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, and I just be near. I'm getting ending E now. So and then I got like 2 more Sun fragments for the true ending of Returnal. I already seen the true ending, but I'm still going for the true ending. Mm-hmm. Other than that, yeah, man, I'm excited. That Ratchet and Clank look fire. People trying to, use photo modes to say it's a downgrade, but it's actually been upgraded. And that Final Fantasy 7, man, that new DLC, that shit looks really, really good, man.
Yes, sir.
That shit really, really, really good. It's a great time to be a Final Fantasy fan. So all right. But other than that, yeah. Oh yeah, J Bar, you gotta tell me your server for FF14 because I'm about to start that. But other than that, yo, have a good one.
Oh, word. Oh yeah, we in there, man. This is their first time starting it, or
Nah, but it's been a long time. I started back like in 2016. That was the last
Oh,
time I logged
you
in.
just gonna start over?
Yeah, start fresh.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, come on through, man. We in there.
All right, Bar, you got any parting words?
Nah, I didn't really mean to come on the show like that, but I appreciate you having me on here. I do support Planet Xbox and my man Smooth, and I do enjoy listening to you guys as well, man. It doesn't matter if you guys have different opinions. It's always cool to hear other people's difference of opinions. I was just giving the side point of view of what PlayStation fans is thinking. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. End of the day, support my man Smooth. Hit the like button. Share the podcast out. And support these guys, man. I'm gone.
All right, old man Logan.
Yo. No, shout out to everybody who was here. Definitely good talks. Definitely some good arguments. Some good points. So yeah, just don't forget to like the stream, share, and we'll see you guys next week.
And who am I missing? NickBanks.
Yo, Nick, where you at?
Yeah, can you hear me?
You need to talk more, man.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, you be sleep.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Nah, y'all was going on, man. Y'all was going back and forth a lot, and I ain't want to interrupt.
True.
But yeah, man, shout out to everybody for showing up, Jay Barry. And who else? K Mega came through in the chat. You know what I mean? Y'all need to show up for Sunday night fights when he playing Tekken and all that, Cool boy, you said you play Tekken, so we gotta show up, man.
When you getting on Tekken, Nick?
That's what I'm saying. They be on Sunday nights, so we can get on there with everybody, man. Show up.
I want to smoke.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys later this week with Let's Talk Games podcast, some other videos, and let's see what Xbox drops later this week. So, thank you guys for watching. As always, Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. Good night or good morning. If you're on the other side of the globe, I am out of here.
Peace.
Peace.
PlayStation is the best box.